I actually didn't ask for this.
Alright, let's pull up my session notes and shit like that.
Let's
Oh
see if
yes, I have
actually
some
did session
I have
notes.
some really good session notes for this one. Session 5. Holy shit, just library. Oh no, Stray's girlfriend's books are there too once they are discovered. Racist Southern Roman Catholic boy gets ghouled.
Oh yeah, that's right. Didn't I get racist waifu?
Oh yeah, you did bloom love on the battlefield, that's for sure. That did happen.
Now I
All I
gotta
have
deal with
under,
that. That was much more entertaining a notion when I didn't have to actually deal with that.
all I have under my notes is books, and I am bad at shooting.
Yeah, I mean these are
Well,
factually accurate notes, to be perfectly honest.
Ugh.
Don't worry, I filled in those other 2 lines you didn't have knowledge of there.
and I still don't know who this guy is, Lucas Rosario.
He happens to be the new ghoul. He's a Southern Catholic boy.
Wait, what about my ghoul?
We got a new ghoul.
You didn't ghoul her, you just gave her the kiss and had sex with her.
Wait, I don't remember that last part.
No, you just gave her the kiss, I'm kidding. But yes, no, Lucas Rosario essentially... Lucas Rosario got the, got sneak ghouled by, Mers.
Ew.
Sneak ghouled.
Yep.
Hey, no.
Oh no.
In game time, it's still...
no, Charlie.
Oh god. It is the 6th of September. Which is actually like a week from now. Like literally in game time. We've nearly caught up the game. Holy shit.
Hey.
We're gonna surpass ourselves.
Can I look up lottery numbers, please?
No. No, you can't.
You said that a little bit too slowly there.
Well, I was thinking it's like, wait, but in what order? This event still hasn't happened. we haven't climbed ahead.
She's just like...
No, we're like a week in the future.
Oh god.
Look up the lottery numbers.
Mers was
She's
drinking
just...
too. Because she only ghouled him because she was drunk and forgot. The ramifications.
I don't even remember that happening. All I remember past the beginning part is trying to kill a dude, and grabbing books.
Remember, we convinced that guy that he shot himself.
Oh
yeah, don't worry, he shot himself.
I shot him like in the shoulder and like a grazing shot. And
Yeah,
then you're
you
like,
rolled
nah,
the
man, you shot
lowest
yourself.
possible damage, and then you said you shot yourself. As you were playing with her gun, but we weren't here, and you shot yourself. So it's like at some point he had your gun and must have shot himself and left.
I don't think we run roll damage. It just does 1 damage.
Sorry, yes.
I just rolled a hit.
Well,
yeah.
you didn't roll a dope hit.
I have
because
the
that's...
tiniest gun.
Rolling to attack is the same as rolling damage.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. You essentially you know how degrees of success function in other games. Sort of like that for damage in this.
Ew. Well, degrees of success in like the game I run, you know, only wards. Well, if other cool stuff will happen on top of it.
Yeah, no,
like passing through the dude and hitting a dude on the other side, which I think one of you guys did once. Yeah, I think Jet did that once.
Probably so. That sounds like a thing Jet did.
Here's my shit.
Oh,
It's about to do a tangent again.
Alright, it's fine. I believe that we are all here and we are all ready, correct?
Yes, I'm exiting 126 now.
Good, I will start it. No. Let's see.
The DM just starts up Human Revolution. Just hang on, guys.
Yeah, Human Revolution instead. I just got the other one installed and I'm ready. But what the fuck ever.
You're just like I need to go through to remember.
Oh my god, Third, that's actually genius. Damn you. All right, so everyone's aspirations for this session. Third, you already have 3 currently in there, or well, I think that you actually had the third one added at like the end of last session. You have see your touchstone, figure out why the hunters hate you, and that's got a plus in it, and also get into the church and get out alive.
Yep.
DCL, you have take down an opponent stronger than you. You have help guide the group intact to fortune and glory, and it's got a double beat. So eventually, when you get through this, assuming that no one takes any more injuries, you'll get a double beat out of that shit.
Sweet.
I should add that there is entirely a risk. Like if you do the opposite of guiding the group intact to fortune and glory, you can't compete that beat, and then all the time invested into it is wasted. All those pluses gone.
Why you gotta put those stakes in like that?
I know, right? I just remembered, like, wait a second, these getting pluses in it doesn't necessarily mean that you've put yourself ahead, it just means you've given yourself more to lose.
Ah, son of a fucking bitch. Give me a second.
How do you do the strike through option in Google Docs?
$2 signs in between? I don't remember.
Right click, strike through, maybe? Oh.
Yep. DCO also has Protect Etienne and keep her alive for the duration. That's got a plus beat in. Assuming you get through this whole fucking church situation in one piece and find all the information, wrap up this quote-unquote adventure, you'll be able to get that double beat out. Always good time.
We're going directly to church after this? I thought we were going to check in on Aurora.
I believe... Oh, yes. Yeah, I believe you're going to go to her house and then move on. Right. Mers has Find a Kind worthy of Siring. That's got a plus beat, but it hasn't been progressed. Again, last session, because it only happened at the beginning of it. Also, Stop a Vampire, close to Breaking the Masquerade, has a plus beat in it. There is an Empty Aspiration. Merzendi.
Eliminate the priest behind all this.
Excellent.
Which is maybe a bit presumptuous, but hey.
Oh.
I mean, it's very exact wording, and if this turns out not to be the case, then I might give you, like, the equivalent. Like, if it turns out that it's not a priest behind this, but you do eliminate the person directly behind this, I won't punish you by not giving you a beat because you misnamed it. Stray,
Give me 2 seconds.
that's fine. Stray, you have walk in the sun without exploding. You have Find Your Girlfriend, and now you have an Empty Aspiration. Have you got a third one in mind?
Would checking in on her sister counts? Checking in on touchstones count? It's not really an
yes,
aspiration.
I mean, heck, Lily's had to see her touchstone as an aspiration, like, the entire time.
Since the beginning of the game,
Since the
yeah.
beginning of the game, it has not progressed it or tried. It's quite funny.
I haven't really had an opportunity
You
to.
haven't had an opportunity to, but the reality is I'm not going to give them away. You're going to have to make the opportunity in some cases. So yes, touchstone goes in Strays. Excellent. Alright, that is everyone with 3 aspirations running. Is there anyone who would like to swap out or give up on an aspiration already in place?
Nope.
Excellent.
Hello?
Excellent.
Okay.
Yep. Good. Alright then. I'm gonna jump you. Oh my god, the token overview is just Nicolas Cage's face for the library. You know when you look at like a tab of pages
Yeah.
and it will just, oh my god, it's just Nicolas Cage's fucking face.
It's your fault.
It's incredible.
Not the base.
Not the bees. Wow, that face got big by the end of the session. I'll leave it in there because I like it. It makes me happy.
I like just watching it slowly get bigger.
Yep.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Excellent. Okay, then. Was there anything that you guys wanted to do in the library? But I guess I should actually drag you over to the library because when we wrapped up, you were still in there, essentially. You have a shit ton of magical books on Claire's person. Rose, I can't remember if you're carrying any to help. Also, will you stop fucking with your microphone, DCL? That'd be sweet.
Sorry.
And let's see here. At the back, we've got Zaire and the pretty much out of it, very much kissed up racist chick. And now we have the freshly ghouled Lucas. Lucas Hitler, as he's named on this one, because I hadn't thought of her surname at the time. Good old Lucas
He didn't
Hitler.
ask for this.
Oh,
Wow.
poor
Lucas Hitler. Is that really going to be his name?
No, it's Rosario. when I first put that token in, I hadn't thought of a surname for him. There we go.
And now I am learning why you don't buy headphones that require batteries.
Oh yeah, that shit's a pain in the ass. I have these
Does that require
lovely...
batteries or require recharging?
Batteries.
Yeah.
My mom got me these Sony noise canceling headphones. I honestly don't like them too much.
Do they not drown her out? That's what I qualify as noise cancelling.
They don't really drown out sound that well. They're kind of low quality, and to top it off, they need batteries.
Yeah, it's pretty old school. But oh well.
I mean, the sound channeling's a little low quality, especially if you don't have the sound canceling mode turned on. So yeah, I think my batteries are dead. So now I'm just gonna have to deal with that because I don't remember naturally to turn off my fucking headphones.
No,
So
it's not a reflex most people go for. But anyway, so, and here we pick up. What you gonna do?
Well,
Let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure Claire was already
Zaire
noping out of
was
here.
making-
Yep.
Oh wait, that's right. The safe.
The safe is this building's belongings, aka federal belongings, not anything to do with the dudes.
No. The actual safe, like
Yes.
somewhere in the corner of this room.
Yes.
I want it.
You
Rose is-
open the safe, empty out the contents, and just take the safe with you.
Alright then, how do you intend to get into the safe?
Can I take the safe?
How strong are you naturally? Let's have a look.
3.
3. Oh, it's pretty strong. And you are athletic. Alright, give me strength athletics.
Well, obviously, it's going to be an easier roll because I'm totally going to get the blissed out Griffith. Tell me.
You're gonna try to get someone who's essentially high to help you with a bookcase. With
Good
a
luck.
safe, I mean. I can tell you from experience, it's generally difficult.
You see, these are the life lessons that I have no experience in.
Okay.
Well, okay, if that's not going to work.
Well, no,
Honestly, it's
you can certainly try. Start with the strength athletics and see if you can lift it first. Because if you roll decently enough, you can just fucking man mode in.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Timothy is still here, so maybe I can just like.
How are you going to carry this out?
Yeah, there is
They're gonna
also
notice-
that. Like, these guys
There
are
are
walking.
people
There are people.
library.
There are these guys walking out with books, and that's fine. That's not an issue. I've already told you that walking away with like hostages is a fucking super no, because again, you're in a public goddamn library.
Well, of course. Well, she doesn't look like.
Yeah, no, which is why this is fine in this case. You like, I didn't think you'd come out with people, but you've acquired a ghoul and a stoner.
Well, I'll be honest. I was planning to bullshit on my acting skills for the carrying out the safe. That's probably not the wisest decision I've ever made. So I'm gonna cut my losses. Well, okay, not cut my losses. I'm going to top off my good luck and just leave the safe here for now.
Smart move. For now, yeah, I know, right? Very ominous. Okay then, she'll take a little bit of like prodding and guiding, but considering you were playing pretend stoner and you walked into a room and then leave with someone else who seems like they're high as fucking balls, it's not actually a hard role for you to, you know, just get her out and no one pays attention to the blood. Ah, Merz's Discord's fucking up. That's fine. So yeah, do me the... Because it's a new session, so we have new scenes, so if you want to do a thing, you gotta act for them. In this case, it's... What was it?
Pretend to be stoned.
Empathy, composure. That was acting. Empathy, composure.
Yes.
Go
The
ahead.
things I have in abundance without meaning to. Empathy and composure.
Yep.
Let's make that roll. Well, once it actually lets me click on both of them. You have to like unclick dexterity before you can unclick else.
Alright, 3 successes. She needs literally helping on your shoulder, but you managed to do it. You'll be able to make a little stoned waddle out of this place. If you ever pretend to get stoned, do you get a racial advantage?
Oh my god.
Is Claire herself quite literally Californian as fuck?
No.
No, then you don't.
Aww.
That's like saying, because I write in real life, do I get a racial advantage on bullshitting?
It was worth trying.
Yeah, nice try. Sorry.
You can, however, act it out nicely.
Yeah, if you act really well, you do absolutely get positives, or I also give a lot of leeway. Like, if there's a conversation that would be really hard to, like, do with dice, but then you just fucking nail the shit out of it, I will tend to be pretty good with you.
I can do that.
You can act like a stoner? I don't believe it.
Stoner? But I hardly know her.
Alright,
Shouldn't clap for that.
No, it was pretty fucking awful.
Hey, I like wordplay and puns.
It's kind of my jam. Alright, Timothy Lee, you have a relatively concussed and now mildly high-looking racist gentleman, now that you've ghouled him up, and he's like, what the fuck is in this whiskey? He looks down at his flask and then looks up at you in, like, just utter abject non-comprehension of his current situation.
Don't worry. You'll feel much better soon enough. Go on. Let's get out of here before this boy decides he's going to start breaking down all of the doors.
Oh, right, yeah, of course. And he's still, like, utterly dozed and very pliable, and right now is quite open to suggestion and will follow you out. Let's see here. How good of an actor are you?
And I'm just going to try to get him away from here. And because I'm not entirely sure how loyal ghouls necessarily...
I don't think there's anything that specifically forces their loyalty, but also they're in when they first get ghouled, they're in relatively similar condition to how they are when they get the kiss. So, like, right now, he is kind of tripping balls a little bit, and is very pliable to suggestion. That will wear off because he's not also missing, like, pints of blood.
You can get him addicted to your blood.
Yeah, you could make him. You could keep him kissed up until he's just jones him for a slice of sweet Lee.
There's a thing
Angry
called the
hate
blood
sex.
bond.
Yep.
The vinculum.
I just like to get them jonesing for more. There's actually, like, a vampire that keeps just pricking his finger in cups at a Starbucks. A bastard.
Poor Merzendi, her
Her internet's shitting out
internet's
dealing.
doing something.
That's fine. We will assume that everyone gets out in all one fucking piece. And we'll take that to El Napo. I still managed to make Nicolas Cage's head bigger a couple of times there, so I'm happy with myself. Job's achieved.
Pretty soon it's going to show up on the world map.
You still grow. It's like the if you leave, like, black ooze in a graveyard forever, and it just grows.
Just gross.
Little do we know that that's actually going to be like the final boss of this campaign.
Oh yeah, he's actually a Nicolas Cage Promethean.
Yeah, this Nicolas Cage ooze that is taking over the city.
They call him Nicholas Coos.
It's like that episode of Family Guy where Stewie turns the world into that one comedian on accident.
I don't know that
Now,
one.
I'm thinking more of the Blob,
The Blob, yeah.
but the surface is entirely Nicolas Cage's face. Just different face, you know.
Yeah, like
Every little patch.
like the Majora's
Jesus
Mask
Christ, how
patch
horrifying.
that puts Nicolas Cage's face in everything, which was incredible.
I like the mod for Skyrim, which just puts Macho Man Randy Savage's face as the dragon's faces. Yeah, and whenever they breathe fire, they go, "Oh yeah!"
Yeah, I still like the swearing. I like the mud crabs the most. You what, cunt?
I like
That
if you
fucking
get
hat!
you get that with that, and then you get the mod that gives them all top hats and monocles.
Yep.
It's great.
I love non sequiturs. Sad about poor Merz's shitanet. Anyway, we'll continue on. So,
Apu.
Rose, you came here separately on a motorbike, and you can see that others are piling into the mystery machine. It has been like barely any hours. I'm pretty sure it's like 10 at night when you managed to wrap this up, so you've still got essentially a whole fucking day ahead of you.
Wasn't it just like an hour in there?
Yeah.
If even that, honestly.
Yeah, technically because scenes in initiative are very short, it was shorter than that, but I'm gonna generalize that it took a little bit of doing, getting everything out, and everyone sorting in one fucking piece.
Hey, welcome back.
Welcome back, Mers. Everything working better now?
Resindi. Resindi!
She's dead.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
She was so young.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Yeah, we were saying before that you could just sort of gradually get him addicted to the kiss until he's jonesing for a slice of sweet Lee every day. And everything's cool. I mean, the connotation's mildly rapey, but he was also a hunter, so fuck that guy.
I would suggest forging a vinculum with him.
So Zaire's gonna kind of get back into the van. If there's anybody with him, there's going to be the girl sitting next to him, and he's gonna kind of be like, friends, what do I do with her?
Out of character, just waifu time. Waifu the racist.
Waifu the racist.
That seems like a bad idea for several reasons, but one that could be, but one I want to do because it could be potentially entertaining.
Change her views on race with that dick. Do it.
Oh my gosh.
Fuck the racism out of her.
I'm not into this type of plot. I've seen this in my porn too many a time.
I've seen this hentai before.
I know where it was going. We all knew where this hentai was going. Banging racists, like you don't even care.
Japanese porn is so racist when it comes to black people, it's crazy.
Okay, look, let's not open that fucking barrel of exceptionally racist gorilla-like fish, because that's how they roll. It's unsettling.
The only thing more racist than Japanese black people porn is intentionally racist black people porn.
I don't think I've ever seen that, and I don't want to.
No,
You don't want to.
Need that. I don't need that in my soul.
The best
Don't you
opening
put that
for
evil on me, Ricky Bobby.
the best opening for a porn is the lemons one, though. The really famous lemon ones. The lemon stealing whores.
Of course, the lemon stealing whores. So yeah, so Zaire is asking, what do I do with this woman?
I mean, we can of course interrogate her.
Interrogate her about what? Hey, wait, what happened?
Zaire kind of pats her on the head and gives her a kiss on the forehead. I'm assuming that works as well.
Don't we already have people from the inside?
Huh? Ooh.
Before I answer that question, does a kiss on the forehead work for the kiss?
No, the kiss is the term for the bite.
Oh,
Oh, you could bite her on the
You
forehead.
could bite her on the
That's kinda
forehead.
weird.
That's way fucked up. That like everyone is gonna look at you weird, but it's technically effective.
no. Then
Just very
Nom,
confused.
nom,
rolling
yeah.
of eyes.
Is it that's actually where you would do the scrape and lick?
the scrape.
Dracula don't bite.
You do
Dracula
the
scrape.
forehead. The forehead is for the scrape and lick.
I mean,
So-
the good news is that you can just lick the wound and it heals up. So
Yeah.
Oh man.
Presumably, it would honestly just kind of suck for them to be like scrape and close, scrape and close.
Kind of suck you.
oh yeah,
say.
you can torture people with the bite.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Zaire will kind of like hold up a finger and pause, lean over, give her the kiss again on the lips, and then be like, "Yes, so we already have an informant. I don't think. Do you think she'll know anything else, possibly?"
Possibly, you could take her back to the Elysium for the aspects.
Wait, Zaire will kind of have a little light bulb moment. His eyes will go big. It's like, no, I know what I want to do.
What you want to do?
Chick missile.
Wait, what?
It's just a meme that was running
Ooh.
around a long time ago because anime has a tendency to like throw chicks and they look like little rockets. So chick missile.
Ooh,
I
ooh,
only
ooh.
know what you're.
Should we knock her out, open her up, and stuff her full of C4, and then send her back?
That seems
Brutal.
dark.
Hey, they're hunters.
That's- still seems-
I got the idea from Dark Knight. You know, the Joker.
Yep.
Yeah.
What is this
That guy
Dark
popped like a
Knight?
balloon.
Oh, it's this great movie. I have to show it to you sometime.
Oh my god! If we shows that you're Batman.
Movie night. at
It's-
Rose's house.
It's about a really talented martial artist who can beat up anybody,
This sounds like an amazing movie.
except for his own fears.
This sounds like an amazing movie.
Oh my god! It's like he's already like approaching like Batman levels of street vigilanteism for his feedings. This is a dangerous. It's he's even themed on the Bat.
This is just going to make it worse. But Zaire will go, I want to keep her around and ask her personal questions. Questions on her, the hunting operations and their tactics. Maybe I can learn how they fight better.
Ah, you're gonna ask her out on a date, huh?
I mean, I suppose most states would involve military tactics discussions, but that seems to be weird. At least from what I've gleaned from you guys.
I don't know what my mother would say if I was dating a black boy.
This could only go well.
Once
I
you go
don't-
black, you never go back?
I don't know. I mean, there was this boy. Never.
Or maybe she'd say, once you go black, your credit score tanks?
Ooh. No, she is not currently in a state for quick-witted response.
Zaire kind of rubs his chin. He's trying to remember what credit is, but he doesn't ask out loud because he's
What's a credit?
what's a credit? It's like in his mind, it's like, is that the thing that normal people use to pay for things?
Don't worry about it. If you got it, then it'll be bad. So just be glad you don't have it.
Ah, so it is like AIDS. The dead silence.
I mean,
I was gonna go really dark.
Yeah. There was a follow-up that I think honestly that sound of silence was two people going, force it down. Nope.
So,
It can't be like AIDS because black people have that.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I was gonna say that honestly, it's not too far off because mostly it seems to be the poor black dudes.
Anyways, trying to push down my own self-racist.
Whew. That won't hurt to keep
I
in.
trust that if we ever go over the line, DCL, you'll let us know.
Yeah, please do say.
I mean, you have. It's just you're with somebody who doesn't care.
That's what I mean. When we go over that line,
I shall let you know because you'll have to go pretty far.
I think that is one of those ones that when it's said out loud, that you'll know that it happened. Like, I don't know, maybe just if I think you just combust in like on the spot. You just burst into flames if you hit that.
Satan
it's like
literally
you
just
walked
comes.
out into daylight.
Yep.
As a vampire.
Yep, absolutely.
Satan literally just drags you down to hell because you can only go down from that.
Yeah, and then you hear,
Drag
"Ha,
me
that was a
down."
good one, boy."
But yeah, so how do you go about the process of making one a ghoul, and do their memories stay intact when you do?
Why wouldn't they?
I don't know. I'm just trying to make sure.
Etienne's fine.
Just trying
As
to
long
make
as she hasn't burned down my house yet.
right now, she's like upside down on the bed asleep, like drooling on herself.
We're gonna have to get her on a nocturnal sleep schedule, or just use her as my daytime agent. That's fine too.
You have a girlfriend who's not a ghoul who you could use to. Never mind.
Yeah, but I'd have to, tell her.
Yeah, that's true. That would be a bad move. Yeah, I mean, it probably isn't going to be hard to move someone who is a ghoul and an ex-hunter to a nighttime schedule. It's more the fact that this is the day after she nearly died and lost all of her blood and all of that shit, so she kind of has to recover.
Mm-hmm. Also, I just thought of an awesome thing when we get her and her girlfriend back together, feeding off the girlfriend and then feeding that to Etienne.
That's like that gets you like fist bumps in the corridors at the Elysium. Like that's gotta be that level.
Anyways, I'm a ghoul the vampire hunter.
Alrighty. I believe you give up a vitae.
Let me open up the character sheets.
And I believe she gains a vitae. I will grab her token. It's a shame that's a very useful token for mooks later down the line, but it's also just in general a really nice one. So let's see
I'll
here.
give her a new one then.
Well, I open up my character sheet and I'm just like, man, I got vitae to spare.
I believe you said that her name was Griffith, yes?
Her name is just Griffith now. You know what? Fucking, why not?
Is her first name Andy?
I don't get that.
Motherfucker, I am not a smart man. I let my bro, I was distracted. My bro let out the dogs. He's like, yeah, can you let them back in when they're done? And I'm like, yeah, dude. So I get up, I let in the dogs. I notice one's missing. So I'm just, well, fuck. She didn't come when I called. So I wandered her, threw her on my shoes and ran around the backyard looking for the dog. And when I finally give up and I'm about to come back inside to, go look down the street or something like that, let you guys know what's going on, she's looking at me from the door.
Like, yo, why are you calling my name and running around outside? Is it outside time?
I thought that he had let out all the dogs, but apparently Daisy had just stayed inside. All right. Mercer's internet still
my internet
fucking
fading out in and out. It's so painful.
Alright, let's see here. I've just given her the standing surname of Cross. You're able to pick whatever the fuck you want for it otherwise.
I say Andy Griffith.
Victoria.
I had Griffith as a first name. Because she's
Griffith Andy.
Griffith Andy. Alright.
Hey, that was a great joke. Screw you, that was funny.
It was good.
I missed it.
I said Victoria. The Victorian Cross is a medal in the British Armed Forces.
Oh, Victoria. See, I was thinking like Victoria
Griffith
Griffith?
Victoria?
Griffith Victoria? What?
Yep. Alright, so I mean, she's been drained and now has had like a bunch of blood put back in her. She's like an insensate, drooling mess right now, but you successfully ghoul her.
Wait, when did I ever drain her?
Totally.
When you first gave her the kiss. Like, in the fight.
Did I? Oh yeah, I did, didn't I?
Hell, I think you took like 2 vitae from her because you did it twice. So you took 2 and put 1 back in, and she's just like, ah, like her pupils are saucers.
One of
Oh,
your
yeah.
aspirations should have been hit a motherfucker with another motherfucker. That would have been great. You gotta
Got the beat for that.
Yeah. You currently have a one hunter tripping balls, and the other one is just kind of a dazed, mildly concussed mess.
Well, I guess I'll just have to wait for her to be back on her feet before asking any questions.
We're not taking these things to Herrera's house.
Is my internet fucking up again, or is it just quiet?
The response was, "We're not bringing these things to Aurera's house."
Oh. Well, I mean,
I thought I cut out for a minute.
Whose house?
My girlfriend.
I mean,
I'm sorry, the correct answer was Run's house.
I don't. Both of us don't understand that reference. Both Claire and myself.
Whose house?
I know it's a reference to something else, but I only know it from Dogma.
Yeah, Dogma.
Zaire will kind of slowly raise his hand and go like, "Question."
Adding that to the list. Gonna show it to you.
I'm pretty sure it's just Run DMC lyrics.
Just a list of all the
Yeah,
things
indeed.
people need to show.
Indeed, I believe it's Run DMC, Run's house. And when I say whose house, y'all know what time it is. Whose house? Run's house.
I really want Zaire to see Batman, though.
And Dogma.
It just like ask Claire to use the theater and then just have like a private theater. Bring popcorn, everyone blushes of life.
I want to see I want to see what's his butt's reaction. What's your character's name again? Zaire. I want to see Zaire's reaction to the poop demon in Dogma.
There's a poop demon?
Yeah, the shit.
Is it like
what was
the
it
Great
called?
Mighty Pooh from Conquer?
No, it's like a shit
Is it like the
homunculus.
Great and Mighty Pooh from Conquer?
No,
I
it's
got
like
so much trouble
it's like
with
a
my parents
giant
on that.
shit monster.
You see, I've never
Yeah,
seen the movie Dogma. In fact, I've never even heard of it until just now.
Oh,
Oh,
we're watching
me
that
too.
tonight.
Yeah.
We are
too, I'm
watching
very
that
confused.
tonight.
Like, wait, is that the one where that Jesus came from? The
Buddy
smiling-
Christ,
the
yeah,
Buddy-
Buddy Christ
Buddy
comes from
Christ.
Dogma.
Yeah, I'm very confused as well. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Yeah, this has never been.
Dogma? You've never seen Dogma?
No,
But you're California.
I've never seen anything.
It's literally It's literally a stoner movie.
Yeah, but I've also never seen The Big Lebowski. I have only seen the
It's
movies.
a Kevin
that
Smith movie. Have you seen Kevin Smith's stuff?
Like barely any. The
Clerks.
only movies I've ever. I didn't see like Harry Potter until like last year.
That's because Harry Potter is satanic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't get to see any movies. Period.
Dogma's not satanic. It's just about, God and a
Yeah,
black
but God's a
apostle
woman in that
and a
one.
demonic shit monster and, Satan and God being a fucking pop singer.
Okay.
It's fine.
Dude,
It's not heretical at all.
This tangent is so tangential.
Yeah, it's just the fact that you're surprised at this. I wasn't allowed to watch Lion King, like Disney movies, because they were in the pocket of the devil or something like that.
Your parents sucked.
The only things I've seen are the things that my friends have just like been horrified that I've never seen before and made me watch.
Yeah. Better get used to that
Okay,
one, motherfucker.
We might drag you into that then if we watch it later tonight.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, I know I'm pulling a fucking all-nighter, so.
But yes, I cannot because I have school now.
Yep.
That's the thing.
But okay. Yeah. So where is her house on this map? Did we put it in the end?
Yeah, I told you where it was, but I don't think it got put down. It's up in the up here,
All right.
like overlooking the river, something like that.
Alrighty. I'm putting a little bit of old text.
What's puzzles?
That's where
the-
puzzles have been set up to get a new heir for Timothy Lee. They've actually already been solved, and new puzzles will have to be created.
Oh, I thought it was a reference to How I Met Your Mother.
Nope.
It's something Timothy was doing.
I don't recall this. Was this like?
I
This
I
It
is
barely
happened in
recall
session and was also
Yeah.
brought up at the start of last session.
Yeah,
What?
Merzendi's setting up. Yeah, Merzendi's setting up like crazy puzzles for her character with her character.
To try and attract an intelligent heir, and like within a day's time, well, I say a day's time, to Timothy Lee it's like he went to sleep and then in the morning, quote unquote morning for him, he's gotten a text back that's like, fucking that puzzle was too easy. Of course, it happened quote unquote overnight, so someone had a whole day to do it. To him it
Isn't
seemed like
this
a short
part of
period
his
of time.
aspiration thing, right?
Yes, correct. Finding a kind worthy of siring.
Yeah, it's Tim's
I
thing.
don't recall any of this. I am sorry. Did this happen maybe when I got dragged away to character select?
I think it actually. I
don't-
think it actually coincided with you leaving the character select, and it also coincided with you being late to the last session, so you went there for the very beginning of it.
Okay.
So
This makes
literally, just in this space, you managed to miss both times that it came up. I'll be damned.
Huh, weird.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
great.
sense.
Yeah.
In my mind, it doesn't even exist.
So yeah, what are you
Right,
going to do with
he's looking
your
for a sign.
new baggage? Where are you going to drop them off? Because yes, it's true, you can't take them to Waifu Manor.
Well, I mean, my van
We
is little.
we could bring them back to Elysium for interrogation and indoctrination.
Do you want to drop them off at the Elysium then?
Zaire does not want to drop his off at the Elysium.
He's got plans, secret
Hmm,
plans.
Yeah,
More-
speaking of, I'm gonna go check up on my ghoul.
More like that she is a hunter and that Elysium is not kind on them. Even if she is my ghoul, I do not think that they
She's
will.
not your ghoul.
She
Yes,
is.
I
He
don't-
just called
She.
her.
Oh! I wasn't paying attention then. Or was that when I was looking for the dog?
Probably when you were looking for the dog.
Okay.
Even as my ghoul, I do not trust them to leave her unharmed.
Okay, Rose scoots on ahead to her place. You'll have to find somewhere to keep them then. I mean, you could try and keep them in the... I suppose, actually, there's nothing stopping you keeping her in the van.
That's kind of the idea I was going to suggest.
Alright then. Do you restrain her?
Do I need to?
I'll
Like,
neither
is-
confirm nor deny. I mean, she's currently in an incredibly blissed out state. You know, she's like a pint of blood down. She's definitely very, very pliable right now, but also this session is young.
I heard very, very plowable.
She's also, I mean, she is very plowable as well.
Oh my god.
Well,
Well,
Andes knows how to fucking
Zaire
take it from a
being-
black dude.
Zaire being Zaire, if there's somewhere we need to go and I need to leave her in the van, can't I just tuck her in like the little futon bed that I have and
Yeah.
write her a note saying that whenever she becomes like intelligible, I forget the word for conscious thought.
Sober.
Besides that,
I mean, that's the case. She needs to just come down.
okay, when she
Stroke her
becomes
hair, sing her a lullaby.
when she becomes sober, just to wait a little bit, and Zaire will return.
Alrighty.
Provided she doesn't steal all your guns.
Are you driving by the Elysium first to drop off the other bro?
I mean, we can if they want to be dropped off. That one's Timothy's.
Yeah, I don't want to let that one get a clear head again, and I also don't want to feed him another couple of points of vitae.
I mean, you could just take from him instead of feed. It would have the same effect on his pliability, or his plowability.
Yes, actually, I could just give him a couple of points, take some points from him, and establish higher level blood bonds that way, with very little net change.
Yeah, just you take a bite out of his neck and then put your wrist to his mouth and just do this fucking this weird ass circle.
You know what? Yeah, let's do that.
God, that is like the equivalent of giving yourself a sweet beeger. right now. Okay, so in the car while Zaire is tucking in a racist, and I guess this means that Claire's got the wheel temporarily. You see, like, Timothy has just got this guy is starting to sober up and come to, and he just hooks him up, and then two other vampires are treated to the sight of someone essentially just jerking themselves off with someone else. It's just absolutely goes to town.
Zaire is confused. And not sexually, just straight up confused. What?
Claire just looks in the rearview mirror, just shrugs. She keeps driving.
Yep. Very I mean, honestly, this might be as close as it gets to vampires being kinky in this setting. There's this weird circular feeding thing going down. Okay then.
I swear, guys, I have an end game for this.
Right. Are you still actually dropping him off, however, or are you just gonna leave them both in the car and head up to Waifu Manor? Rose has gone ahead to make sure that her ghoul is intact.
I mean, now I've actually done the third stage blood bond and made him actually super duper loyal and thinking he's in love with me. I can just leave him in the van, yeah.
Oh yeah, is that something I need to do too?
You don't need to. You can.
I mean, would it
I mean,
be the
currently
best-
she is not in a state to feed off of you whilst being fed from, because she's pretty deep in Crazyville.
I mean, she's super deep and crazy though. You know, let's try to keep her. Let's try to keep her at least more sane. I don't want to do anything right now when she's so, quote unquote, off balance.
Yeah, it's definitely mind break territory. Is probably a good way to put that one.
Yeah, that's Finn's fetish, not mine.
Yeah. Okay then. Rose, then we will hop to you quickly. It doesn't take you long, just like crotch rocket your way across the two sets of main roads, and traffic is calming down before the midnight rush, quote unquote. It's forceful re-education. Yeah, right, sure. You didn't basically give yourself the blood bond equivalent of a self-beeger until it drove the recipient insane. Yeah. When he eventually comes down from this intense session, he will be entirely at your beck and call. As he is right now, he's just this... He is a mess. He is just, like, flopped back in a chair and probably needs some fresh clothes and... Yep. He's in a state. Rose, when you get back to your apartment... oh, sorry, yes. Did anyone give Rose the address to Waifu Manor?
Yeah, probably.
Alright, so you guys are going to be able to head there while Rose is headed back to her place. Let's see here. 8, 7, 14...
Broom, broom, broom.
9, 11... okay, so it's going to take you a lot longer to get there, assuming that you take main roads. You could do some cut-throughs, but it honestly doesn't make the journey much faster. Like, doing this is slower than going up and then taking another main road, because that's how roads work. So while you're on the way there, there'll still be some time for Rose to do some interacting. When Rose arrives at the apartment, there is Etienne just like spread out, I believe, completely naked across the top of the bed, like basically drooling on herself because she's like not even sleeping on the pillow; she is upside down.
I thought that was the proper way you slept.
I like all that vitae in my brain.
I've been lied to all this time.
Well, to be honest, I mean, for a vampire, it wouldn't be an issue unless you used Blush of Life, because then I guess you would start getting head rush.
Also, do all of us come into Waifu Manor, or like, can I just wait in the car, or is this like an important story event? I'm sorry.
Out of character, this is this book basically started off this entire thing, and
Okay.
this is the lady that wanted it.
Oh
we're
shit!
not
Yes, yeah, I'm coming.
doing
Sorry.
waifu manor right now. We're doing Rose's thing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's,
Sorry.
Rose's thing right now.
So what you do?
What about me?
We're at your place right now. You've driven down to yours and you've arrived. Etienne is there, naked and asleep on the bed, like upside down, essentially. What do?
That is tempting.
I'm just imagining her in like some weird conformist, like ungraceful sleeping, and you're just like, tempting.
I believe it would smell of like food. She probably did cook it for herself at some point, which is good news. Your place hasn't been set on fire, and she managed to do a meal for herself successfully.
Did she ever text me that she got a burner phone?
She has not yet like actually had the chance to get up and go do that. You've been gone for like 2 hours.
Well, I will look at her longingly and then turn around and head back out.
Okie dokie. So you're a trained observer.
Okay.
How about you do that old perception-esque check, which I forget what it is.
What's composure?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I like always forget until I'm looking at it. Yes, wits composure. And with your trained observer bonus, whichever that one was.
That's 9 again.
What is initiative again? It's Dex plus 10 plus Dex.
It's already
I
in
need
the...
to make a macro.
It's already in there.
Oh, it's already there.
Yeah.
Never
Wits
mind.
index. You roll a d10,
Ew.
add your wits index.
Ew.
I think.
Mm-hmm. But also it should be in the book, so if you're clicked on a token and do whatever's in your character sheet, it works.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Wow, you out of all those dice, you do make it though. You get a success. The only success was an 8 as well. That's you pulled the college. Okay. Your
Hey, it's not as bad as last session,
That's-
so I'm not going to complain.
That's very, very true. It's just out of the corner of your eye that as you're going down, like, you know, leaving your apartment again, you see, like, a lot of ghosts, like, way more than usual, just sort of wandering around your place. They're not uncommon near your apartment because you're one of the people who are capable of talking with them, and some of the more inquisitive souls will talk with you. But, like, there's a really, 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 really big dude, like, nearly 2 meters tall, give or take.
What is that in real people measurements?
7'2". Oh wait, no, 7 foot is 2.1. So yeah, he is just shy of 7 feet tall, and he is broad and barrel chested, like a huge dude. And he's undoubtedly got the shadowy image of a ghoul to him. Not a ghoul, a ghost to him.
Alright, guys, show's over. Come on.
And call him George.
Leave the girl alone. This isn't a peep show.
A lot of the ghosts will like look around at you. You notice that they as well, like, ghosts will walk in and out of establishments like they don't even give a shit, but because you can interact with them, you generally do get courtesy, and people won't just walk into your home. Because probably, I imagine, after the first few times that happened, like, while you were getting up to fuck knows what, it was very distracting.
They might also know that I can fucking trap them in jars.
Yeah, it tends to be that they extend a measure of courtesy to you.
You know, I'm happy to leave like a porno mag or something out for them occasionally, but just respect the boundaries.
Yep. The large, burly ghost person will his eyes widen, or as much as you can see of his eyes sort of widen, and he will stomp towards you. And let's see here. I was gonna ask you to make a check, but I forgot that you don't believe in any of that shit. Which is
Believe in any of what shit? I believe in ghosts.
but I mean, okay, so I mean, this is a ghost, and it doesn't look like a kind ghost, and it doesn't look like a vampire ghost, and you know those guys exist. If it is, this is like some The Mountain type bullshit, and you haven't seen The Mountain around here recently, have you?
No.
No. Okay, so this is an unusual ghost. You have no merits in relation to knowing about any occult shit. You know nothing of animals. Yeah, no. There's no way you would know what you're looking at right now, so I'm not even gonna have you roll for it. Again, likewise, even if you succeeded, I imagine you'd be like, yeah, but I don't believe in that shit. That's crazy.
Alright, come on, big guy. Let's go.
You're
Give the-
seeing me.
Yeah, of course I can.
It is true, you are ghosty lady.
Oh,
It sounds very close to goatsy lady.
Yes, I can see you. No, I'm not gonna help you with every little thing you forgot to do in life.
Oh, I'm not forgetting anything. I have jobs incomplete, yes, but they are of the murdering kind.
Not keen to murder.
No? Well, if they are after me, then surely a strange person like you would have been target.
Whoa, who's strange? I'm just, a normal vampire girl who can see. Okay, I see your point.
Thank you. Dmitri is not of crazy.
You
And
might
magic
be,
doesn't
but-
exist.
Why don't you take me bowling?
Oh my fucking! Look, I can't yell because I got a roommate. But if you want to hear me fucking yelling, you'll keep up with that goddamn idiotic meme.
Nico, my cousin.
Fucking.
We'll go and get a bleeder burger.
I'm fucking done. Take more. So I can't actually hear you. Back in 5 minutes.
All right, let's take a step back, Boris. I think you've played a bit too much Grand Theft Auto.
I do not of getting these references, and no, my name is Dmitri. You see, I was of hunter murdered. You know hunters, yes? Big, well, not always big, scary though, scary peoples.
Sidelong glance at Etienne. Yeah, sure.
Great, well, they are of killing Dmitri and Dmitri friend. Maybe you will be of helping because you also are weird.
Okay, there's no need for name calling.
Dmitri is of apologizing. What is your name, pretty lady?
Rose.
Oh, Rose, beautiful woman with beautiful name.
Rose will just pinch the bridge of her nose.
I should just call him Mishka. Damn it.
So why would the hunters kill you? Or were you a vampire?
No, don't be silly. Can you not see by Dimitri's massive stance and giant hairy body? Dimitri is werewolf. Also,
Okay.
Dimitri would like to apologize for his gutting your friend.
Wait. What? First off, werewolves don't exist. And second off, what do you mean?
Dimitri is confused. Vampire not believe in werewolf?
No, I mean, it's hard to believe in something that doesn't exist.
You are a funny woman. Very well. But yes, Dimitri was in building when Dimitri died, got other hunters, you see. Dimitri got your friend. Feel very bad about it afterwards while dying.
You gutted her?
Yes, Dimitri is of sorry.
Just the UC Ivan memes are bouncing through my head right now. I love it so much.
Pinching of bridge of nose continues. Like, I thought that was a wolf that did that.
It was! Admittedly big dire werewolf, but is of closeness.
Okay.
Here, maybe Dimitri be of showing. It does not mean as much when ghost, but I think I do change, yes? And then he will concentrate as, like, for those who would be of the knowings, werewolf changing isn't just like a and they're there and done. In this case, it is a quick snap. He doesn't have to physically change form. He just achieves the appearance of his other memories. Like, his other identity is a very quick swap over as opposed to the slow transition. It is much quicker like this.
Bork poof.
He has now gone from near 7 foot to about 8.5 feet. And whatever he had before in muscles, now you're pretty sure his biceps could put your waistline to shame. Now Dimitri is of big man! Maybe you're believing Dimitri more now.
Let me go change my pants.
Dimitri can wait. Dimitri
And,
has all time in world.
You sure you're not a vampire? Because I've heard of vampires that can do that too.
They cannot get as big and hairy as Dimitri.
You have not seen a lot of vampires, have you?
This is of true, and we do not get along usually.
Oh, God. Fucking werewolves, really? What the fuck? What are the chances that 3 supernatural entities actually exist?
You are a funny one, Rose. You are good. Dimitri think you very funny.
I mean, ghosts, sure, whatever. Vampires, yeah, no, the rumors gotta start somewhere. The stories, legends. But ghosts, vampires, and werewolves? I mean, what the fuck?
Yes, it is almost like all fantasy books actually based on real life. But only little bit.
God, thankfully, just these 3.
Can you roll me a chance die?
I can.
I am sorry, but Dimitri is going to be blowing your mind now.
No. I like my world simple, okay? Just you zip it. You zip it, you big furball.
Oh, fine. Be of spoiling sport. Dimitri will behave. But still,
Let's say I believe you.
I should certainly hoping you are. I make very convinced proof.
God, I need to sneak you into an English as a second language class.
Unless, do you speaking the Russian? Zukabilat? the only Russian the storyteller knows.
The only Russian I know is Nostrovia.
Sidicha Bajowska.
And whatever the hell Zarya says in Overwatch. That's all I know.
That you want to be hugging like big fuzzy Siberian bear.
I know, like, Nostrovia, Agon Povatovnestin, whatever the fuck that is.
Notoevia. Notovesti.
Whatever.
Rose
I don't
rolls to
care.
disbelieve. The ghost vanishes as you Marty McFly him out of time and space. No!
Okay. Say I believe you.
Yes.
And you're not just pulling a ghost trick on me. So I've seen ghosts, like, fuck with people before.
I have not been ghost long enough to learn ghosty fuck trick.
That could also be a trick.
I see, you are cunning woman, Rose.
But let's say I believe you.
Please.
What's this got to do with me?
Well, if there are hunters and they are killing off all of the werewolves, they will also be trying to be killing the vampires. And as much as I'm not biggest fan of vampire, I really fucking hate hunter. And I think vampire who see ghost very useful for is killing hunters.
Okay. Okay.
So what you say
So you
for
want
help?
revenge?
Yes, vengeance very, very dignifying. It make me feel a lot better. Maybe I get to go to Great Beyond. So
Always
what do
comes
you
down to that.
say?
Everybody wants me to fix all their problems. All right, let's. Okay.
I think it is problem that also interesting of you. Otherwise, I imagine most ghosts be told go fuck self.
It's the general idea.
A big furry ghost gives you a thumbs up.
So, what do you know about these hunters then? Like, do you know who's in charge?
Yes, there is very, very strong man. I know he's strong because he able to lift Dimitri. And Dimitri big. He trapped
Sure,
Dimitri.
that guy's not a werewolf. You're a big guy.
That is thing. If we're werewolf, then I would know. Because you can generally smell werewolf.
Can you smell vampire?
Oh yes. Dimitri smell vampire, admittedly not as ghost. Makes me very sad no remember smell.
Was he like a vampire then?
No, he smell of you are of knowing incense, wavy metal thing with the incense in. From his church.
Oh, a sensor?
Yes, he smelled very much like Censer. Very hard to tell. Maybe he was werewolf with weird magics, but it does not seem likely. They would not willingly be hunter.
Oh, this is all fucked up. You know where this guy lives?
Why yes, are you of knowing... In fact, not far from here. It is of St. Mary Church, yes?
Oh, that place we were gonna go visit.
You are already planning to go there. Maybe Dimitri can help.
Sure, big guy. Let's see what you got. Gonna toss the TV remote at him.
Alright, now, how hard is it for a ghost to actually manifest in this? Can they do so?
Let me go look that up. Should be in the core book.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, I'm fairly sure that if a ghost has a large enough ego, it can do shit and manifest, but I don't know if it's reliant on time or not. And this guy has only been dead for, like, a very painful long day. In fact, I will roll back to my old little session notes where you first picked up Etienne. You didn't go into the room that had the werewolf bleeding out in it.
Well, shit. That's ghosts.
Ghosties. I'll also use the second to quickly top up my coffee, because it's going to be a long night. Back in a sec.
Why do you want me to look at this, cat? What is wrong with you? Just backing up ass first on the table right next to my screen. The cat butt stares also into you. What was this guy's name again?
I swear to
Dimitri?
fucking God.
Okay.
Coffee topped up. What's the story on the ghosties? Can they manifest?
Entities begin with dots and influence equal to their rank. which I think is how long they've been alive or how powerful they are. This gives them influence over things in the real world.
Okay. In this case, then,
Hold on.
he was.
It's like page 130 of the core book if you want to.
Yeah, let's give that a pull up here. Yeah, in general, I'm gonna say that because he was a werewolf, and werewolves in general have, like, pretty fucking dope stats as far as, like, physical prowess and vitality and all that shit are concerned. His death was recent, and he was killed very, very painfully and very, very slowly, and had lots of time to get a decent amount of ghostly vengeance all through him. When you go, here, catch, he does. He catches it, and then he realizes, and then it slips through his hand after, his own realization catches up with him at the speed of thought. He goes, of course. Hey, look at that! Woman, I am catching of control!
Okay, it's a good start. It's a good start. Okay, so ghosts come into existence at either rank 1 or rank 2. Non-sapient recording type ghosts, the ones that just like replay something over and over again, are rank 1, while those that retain most of their living memories are rank 2.
Yep, okay then.
So he'd have 2 dots.
He has 2 dots. Excellent. That was page.
So, minor interactions. You know if these hunters can see ghosts?
I am not a thinking hunter see ghost.
This is gonna be good then.
Is that the saw? I like your smile, Rose.
Who was he killed by again? What did you say?
He was killed by hunters. And specifically, there was a very strong hunter that was capable of lifting him.
Okay.
Now, are you like the only werewolf?
No, there are of many werewolves. Have you been down Lake District?
No.
It is a little bit rich here compared to a lovely little apartment. Dimitri is of recommending his beautiful, beautiful lake with trees and water and many, many werewolf. So also Dimitri doesn't recommend Rose go, actually.
So you have friends and allies, family. I don't know how this shit works. You guys got clans?
In a manner of speaking, yes, we have pack. Which is like... In fact, if Dimitri is of correct description, pack is like werewolf clan, but also everyone doesn't hate each other. Unless you are the ones who do hate it. I do not have thinking vampires get along quite like werewolf.
Okay, so, like...
There are a few scumbag werewolf, but I am Dimitri of Proud Pack. But I do not think I should give you all of them details. They would be very angry with Dimitri Ghost.
But we could go talk to them, right?
Not unless they are of seeing Ghost. And also, that is long way to go, and across river. Dimitri does not want to try cross river.
I can get you across the river, don't worry.
If you are of
How do you feel about peanut butter?
Dimitri, like... Wait, is this like joke, does dog lick peanut butter off crotch?
Oh,
Dimitri finds this not funny.
Dude, why'd you have to go there, dude?
I am just making sure you are of not be disrespect. Otherwise, yes, Dimitri does like peanut butter.
Is that still bestiality? No, don't answer that. It doesn't matter.
Thank you. It would be insensitive for you to ask serious. But Dimitri does not mind peanut butter. Why?
I got an idea. So this pack of yours.
Yes.
We could go talk to them. I could relay what you're saying to me.
Okay. Dimitri is of liking plan.
Get them to help. because you know where they are. We could get you on the inside.
This is of true. There was nothing stopping Dmitri from growing in church and shouting at man's face for a very long time. It did nothing.
And I also have other ghosts I could call upon.
My beautiful woman Rose, are you of make ghost army for killing bastards?
And werewolf army, maybe.
They would be of amenable. They definitely want scumbag hunter dead.
Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. So, this pack of yours, like, I just need directions to them.
Sure, that is fine. And he will give you...
Maybe, like, who your sire is. Like,
we have pack leader.
the guy that bit you, turned you into a werewolf.
Yeah, more complicated, but sure, let us go with that. I again am not comfortable giving details about inner mechanisms of werewolf culture. There is kind of like your masky. We have our own. And Dmitri is
Masquerade?
not of one. Yes, masquerade. Yes, we have equivalent. And Dmitri not super comfortable giving details to Rose woman. Essentially though, yes, they're important person to talk to.
Look, buddy, you're dead. You're both a werewolf and a ghost at this point. Like,
It's true, but I also have
you
a
have
bride.
already took these secrets to your grave.
Is very true, but that is no excuse for me to be giving up now. It would be awful quitter just to use death as simple excuse for lose honor.
Yeah, fair enough. Or should I say, fair enough?
Oh, woman, that was of painful.
You can't feel pain.
I certainly am of hoping so.
Alright, we're gonna go talk to your pack. Maybe I should call Zaire.
Can Zaire also have speaking sea ghost?
No, but he can beat the shit out of a motherfucker.
Zaire will sneeze.
This Zaire sound like fun mans. There possible complications, I guess, with strongman also going with to see werewolf. You see, again, Dmitri repeat, werewolf not biggest vampire fan. And if big strong vampire start a argument or misunderstand a social situation or cue.
That's why Zaire would be there.
How certain are you of Zaire not making mistake himself? This might start the fight. Whereas smaller, weaker rose woman with Dmitri talky friend, maybe this get away with.
Okay, ignoring the weak part.
Apologies, Dmitri does not mean to demean rose woman, you are just the smaller. I imagine that this Zaire person also big and burly like Dmitri.
Yeah, he can beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Dmitri like sound of Zaire, man. Maybe Dmitri change mind. This sound like fun watch.
I'm gonna text Zaire and give him directions to my house.
So Zaire, you're approaching waifu manor when you get this text, because I believe this would cover the extra like journey's distance. This conversation happening. So you are outside waifu manor. Claire, you can see the home, the stately home of your companion.
Zaire will stop and flick out his phone.
Yep.
Just like meet me here and an address.
Zaire kind of raises his brow and texts back, "Is it an emergency?"
Text back, how would you like to beat up a werewolf?
Zaire will start running.
When he just leaves the car behind and fucking Terminator runs in a straight line, like through buildings and shit, like
I meant running back to his car because I assumed we were walking a little bit to.
I'm like looking out, and it's just like a straight like 2.5 mile sprint through town, like through walls and shit.
But yeah,
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
wait, was I the only ride for everybody to get here?
Your ride was the only ride to get everyone there, and you currently have 2 ghouls in the back. You have a Timothy Lee, who's coming down from his post-self-blowy high, and you've also got a very, very nervous-looking Claire, and you are outside her destination.
Alright, well, Zaire, after kind of breaking to a sprint, will stop, and then realize that he has people who are depending on him for a ride, and is going to turn around and go, how long do you people think you can stay here?
And out of character, the GM's clever way to split the party.
Would GM of be split party?
Splitting the party isn't as bad. In
It's
World
not.
Cup.
It's not as. Yeah, it's true. This is a storytelling system where it's not like
Yeah,
you get assaulted in the darkness. Yeah.
you say that, but this is like a main crux of the story we're investigating right here. I am fully expecting horrible things.
Damn it. Zaire's goal right now is to help the party.
Yep. Well, I'm not gonna say I didn't sort of have this figured out off the top of my head 10 minutes ago, but checking out Waifu Manor shouldn't take too long.
Okay.
Rose getting to the pack and getting back and then making the St. Mary's Church thing happen all in the same night is entirely feasible.
Well, then Zaire will basically just be a very eager and impatient child, but will keep his tongue while waiting for everybody to get done with their business.
Oh, man.
Okay, so I mean, like Timothy, Claire. Well, I guess Timothy, you might have to make a check to notice Zaire's sudden eagerness to get on with this because you're still probably pretty buzzed.
Wits composure?
Yes,
or-
please.
And then Tim got high. And then Tim got high.
Yeah, I won't put any negatives on you because. Oh fuck. Okay, so yeah,
Oh, damn.
you apparently you're getting your shit together now. You're like, that was a rush. And you notice that Zaire is he gets a text and it just sends a little quick message back. Gets one back and is now giddy, like so ready.
He has like a poker face, but his like legs are twitching and his arms are twitching.
My internet crapped out for a second. I heard nothing you guys said. For
That's
like
fine.
the
I'm
past-
just describing to Timothy shit. It's actually all right.
Okay.
Talking about how you got the text and then suddenly tent pops up in your pants.
Yep. His werewolf fight boner is so deep right now.
He blushes of life just for that.
Yeah, he actually he burns a vitae just to have an erection for this scene.
Just to let everyone know.
Just to let them
much
know how ready you are to meet a werewolf and fight
or
him.
it's just like a reactionary thing. As soon as you hear that, it's like life returns to your body. You're just, I am ready for this.
Your heart actually, beats a few times.
What is it, Zaire?
Werewolf.
What about a werewolf?
I may have my chance to fight one if Rose's promise comes through.
Why does Rose want to start another war?
She didn't say anything about starting a war, just me fighting a werewolf.
Fighting people is generally how you start a war, Zaire. I would have thought you would know that.
War starts over all things all the time. Over stupid things, over smart things.
Do these werewolves have oil?
Do these... Damn it! I was just about to say that.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to steal your thunder, but I knew where it was going.
Oh man, that was good.
Zaire. They start for many reasons, but they all start in the same way.
Well, either way, then I should be there to make sure that Rose does not start a war.
I'm fairly certain what he's saying is she's concerned you'll be the one to start the war.
Zaire will not start a war.
By fighting a... Never mind.
I will not start a war. But I assure you, if there is one, I shall be the one to end it.
You bloody better be, Zaya.
All right, so you are outside Waifu Manor. Can you describe her house?
Sure. I actually thought it was more of a townhouse thing going on.
I just called it
like a
Waifu.
big city.
I just called it Waifu Manor because it was a funny name.
Well,
to
you
give
said
it.
house, so I'm not sure. Does she live in an actual house? I just was kind of thinking like, you know, the rich districts in big cities, nice townhouses, stuff like that.
Yeah, that sounds entirely reasonable. So, the lovely townhouse, which I'm still probably going to always refer to as Waifu Manor, but now we know it's a stately townhouse. It stands tall and quiet. How does she tend to keep the house? Does she have servants, taking care of it? Is there usually a light on, or does she just, not give a shit about that and be in the dark all the time?
There would probably be a light on or two, but she doesn't really surround herself with many servants right now. She doesn't want to garner too much attention.
Okay then. The front garden is currently quite unkept. There is a car in the driveway. It's hers. It's I would say quite a luxurious looking Mercedes, but you've never seen her drive it, and she never really ever seems to herself. But it's there, and it's always been there. It's a nice car. It's still sat there entirely unharmed, but yeah, the grass is unkept, and there is no light on in the house.
I thought of her more of a Beamer person. Oh well.
She probably got it cheap and just doesn't know shit about cars.
All right. Claire will get out and approach the door and knock. Very nervously.
I'm actually going to ask you to give me a chance die.
Isn't that just 1d10?
Correct. Nothing happens.
Knock on the door and with a nat 1, then activate a booby trap.
That's.
Get my legs.
Yeah. In general, I was going to use the chance die for just whether the result of knocking on this door is bad or not.
Wait a few minutes. Knock again, but harder.
Still no response.
Roll again.
For the thing I sent you a while back, would it make sense that she let Claire know where a key was, or will they have to break in?
Let's have a look here. She's a pretty affluent vampire, and the reality is this makes her quite powerful. She is unafraid of giving keys to individuals that she would trust with works, like, for instance, people who go and collect shit for her. You probably do have a key, as reluctant as you might ever be to use it, instead waiting to be let in. In this case, you have the ability to enter.
Okay. After waiting after the second knock, Claire will gesture to the. I assume everyone else is kind of waiting by the car. Or did you guys walk up with her?
I presume we're waiting. Yeah.
All right. She'll gesture for you guys to come up and then open the door. And but I'll let you describe it first before I do anything. Just open the door and immediately get a crossbow to the forehead.
No. You open the door. It wasn't locked. When you open up, it's just her usual living arrangements. If you didn't know any better, it's been daytime, and so she hasn't, gotten up and gotten about yet, so it's just a quiet, empty house. But you know that by now she would already have begun burning the midnight oil, so to speak.
Are the blackout shades still closed?
Yep.
Even here.
The blackout shades are closed. There is no trace of stuff being moved around. Probably, thankfully, you don't smell blood and injuries like the last few times you've tried to go into a building.
She'll just call out into the townhouse. Aurora? Hello? I know you don't really like me coming around, but you haven't responded in a few days. I brought a couple of friends with me to make sure you're all right. Hello?
There is no response.
Hmm.
Where
everyone
would her
please-
sleeping chamber be, Claire?
Would everyone please give me a perception check as you head to the bedroom?
Okay.
Wits composure.
I can perceptions.
I succeed, yay.
So do I.
Oh, well done, all of you. Okay. It sort of dawns on you all as you're walking through that it's a little bit too neat. Claire probably knows this just with context information more. I should have actually given you extra dice because you know what her place looks like. So I apologize for not doing that in the first place. And I probably would have given you them if you failed.
Got 3 successes anyways.
Regardless. Timothy and Zaire, you notice that this place is just a little bit too neat. If it's been abandoned for like a few days, it shouldn't be quite so clean and tidy. Claire, in this case, you can see that it isn't perfect though, and usually if she'll, go to sleep, then she will tidy the place up before she leaves. So it's like probably a day disused, the house.
Zaire gets ready.
Zaire's body is always ready.
Okay.
Alright. Is the door to her chambers closed?
The door to her chambers is not fully closed. The door is touching the frame. It's pushed to, but it's not actually closed.
Claire's gonna do that like knocking thing where you knock while you're slowly opening the door.
Okay then. Let's go with the old fun chance die again.
What's the chances you walk in on a dead body?
Oh my!
Pretty fucking high.
Okay then. Let's have a
I
look.
kind of expected this.
Yeah, it was inevitable, wasn't it?
It's a 1 out of 10 chance. And
If we
XCOM
were
has taught me those are not good odds.
If we were playing any of the other 2 games I'm in, this would be
that
a
would have
good
been
thing.
fucking incredible. Yeah. No, this is not that game though. Now let's see.
This is neither 40k nor is it Call of Cthulhu.
Wait, you want to get nat ones?
Oh yeah, it's a 1d100. I run a only war game with Merzendi and Scow on like Thursdays, and it's from 1d100. Nat 100 is the worst thing. In fact, it completely murked my pet psyker that I had, the psyker boss for the party.
No.
Literally, he killed his own boss by using an ability and rolling a 1 in 100 chance of her detonating.
She tried to cast Prescience, which is a really high level spell that psychers can do, and well, she was a sorcerer technically, and she nat 100, and then I had to roll on a table to see if like weird psychic phenomena was, and I rolled a 96 on that, which means that bad things happened. So I rolled again on the other table for bad things happened. I rolled for her spell to damage herself, and then I rolled max damage for it, and then immediately the turn after her was the interrogator NPC that was with them, and that was with the party, and she critted and just blew her away with a bolter.
Oh my god!
This psycho literally mind bulleted itself and then got her head exploded by a gun. Just did not get a turn to do anything.
Was not her day.
The magic of the D-Hundy.
In any sense of the word.
I was so sad. I actually worked pretty hard on that boss. And she died within 1 round. The party didn't even kill her. It's one of the NPCs the party had with them, a friendly NPC. I was just, God fucking damn it.
Now, okay, Claire, it says that Claire has acute senses. Which senses are those that you have?
Acute senses have an enhanced senses smell and hearing, and can also see perfectly in the dark.
Okay, excellent. So you will know that this happens. I don't believe that anyone else has naturally acute senses. Maybe Desire does? No, but he has fast reflexes.
Yes.
Timothy? Oh. In your case, can you give me a wits composure?
Thank God it's not a reflex roll.
Okay, so you're not going to hear this happen. Claire, you hear this the moment that you push the door open, and it sounds like... In fact, it is one of those sounds that usually someone wouldn't hear. It's the sound of a pin dropping. and you know to move out the fucking way, or at least you're able to do something defensive. Can you give me...
Can I jump and tackle Timothy to the ground then? I
Ooh.
assume he's like right next to me.
Yes, it's going to be harder because you're now trying to get someone else out of the way of danger. At the same time, Zaire, you have fast reflexes, so the moment that Claire starts moving, you are able to make your move. Like, essentially...
Well,
You should do it better. She's a nerd.
Well, obviously, since she's trying... Well, I see Claire, with my fast reflexes, trying to tackle somebody out of the way. So I assume this is rather a bullet or a grenade. So I'm going to try to grab both of them as I duck out the way.
Alright then, both of you, please make for me a... dexterity, and then you can choose either wit or your presence.
Presence?
Alright.
Yep.
Wait.
That's weird. I'm going to use
right?
dexterity and wits.
Let me make sure that I don't have anything else selected.
Essentially, presence is conveying yourself, so if you're trying to move out of the way, you can use your presence to just try and get them to go along with you. Alright, so Claire, luckily DCL succeeded.
Claire kind of throws her little nerd body against the door.
Yeah, and like quite literally is just bonks into Timothy. Boink. But you are trying. It's fine. DCL, you push Claire and Timothy out of the way as the door is rendered into small fragments of door flying very fast away from where a door used to be. There is a loud, like, I guess, ear-ringing explosion. It would suck for that person with acute senses who was listening for the sound of a pin dropping.
Oh yeah, I would actually have to. I think part of the thing I remember. I hate doing it to myself, but I think I have to roll if for being dazed from stuff like that. Let me look to see what the thing is. I have to actually look it up in the rulebook. So
Okay,
carry on
fine.
while I look that up.
All right then. Zaire, yeah, you're able to push the two out of the way. Timothy, you are completely bowled over. Like, Claire attempts to barge into you, and DCL is like right on her fucking tail, barging out of the way before this door just gets detonated and obliterated. What do you do?
Did we completely get... Did Zaire get us completely all out of the way of the explosion?
Correct. You've been pushed up, like, essentially to, if you imagine you're looking at a door and there is a wall to the left and a wall to the right, you've been pushed in the full, like, wall's clearance, and it's only the door that blew out really, really hard. So you are pushed out of the way of the explosion.
Thank you, Zaire.
Zaire's going to snap a little nod, and then he's going to kick Flick back up, and he's going to bring out his knife because he assumes that this is supernatural. And the enemy might be still around.
Mm-hmm.
So drawback for acute senses. It doesn't specifically say, but it says her senses overwhelm her. Anytime you roll an exceptional success on a roll relating to her senses, she gains the obsession condition for the stimulus, but instead of being persistent, it lasts for a number of nights equal to your successes. However, it would make sense for a lot of mopping to go on with her. So should I do something for that or no?
I'm gonna leave it to you to roleplay it. There's nothing in the book that's currently making you suffer because you haven't. Like, essentially what it's saying is when you succeed really fucking hard at, for instance, hearing, like, your body tunes itself up to crank it to 11, and then you're still coming down from being at 11 for however many successes of days. In this case, you've yet to do a hearing critical success, so you've not really been amped up. So I'm going to leave it to you to roleplay Morp. There you have it.
Mop.
Just laying on the ground, clutching your ears. Mop.
Excellent.
She tried to body slam someone, bounced off, and then got tackled to the ground.
Yep.
But yeah, Zaire is trying to see what the fuck that just was. So I need to make a roll for that.
Yeah, there is a... I'll tell you what you immediately see. Where there used to be a door, there is not a door, and the wall on the other side of the room is peppered with large chunks of shrapnel. It's weird how the shrapnel was formed. They look kind of like thick chunks of door. Like, a door doesn't usually explode like that. It would either be in like a bunch of pieces, or it would be like shredded. Also, again, the wall didn't blow out at all, so the explosion couldn't have been that powerful. Very weird. There is a circle of smoke on the floor, like ahead of the door, or where the door used to be. It looks like there might have been a device there. On the inside is this woman's bedroom, which Claire can describe.
I'll do that in a second, but if he has to make a wits composure roll to see what kind of explosive it was, would he get a bonus to his modifier because of his background?
That is true. In this case, it wouldn't be wits composure to figure out what the explosion was. It'd be wits composure to notice weird things about it, which I'll ask him to do now.
Okay. So.
And okay, you suspect that this door was like damaged on the other side of it, so that it would break in this specific way, which would take like a lot of fucking work and care.
It is.
Yes, and then intelligence weaponry to figure out what kind of fucking explosion just does that.
Intelligence. Oh my god, wait, weaponry. There's only firearms. Oh wait, no, there is
weaponry is at the bottom. In fact, you have 3 points on it. Excellent. Okay.
No, that was me.
Oh.
Oh, I got 2 successes anyways as well.
I'm doing this to figure out if she can recompose herself or just still mopping.
Okay. Excellent. Oh, I mean, the 2-2-2. Well done, all of you. That's some good rolling right there. So the door's like construction is kind of weird. Like, I mean, it was a sturdy wood door. This bitch didn't mess around with her doors. They're great doors. But for some reason they fragmented into, some might say, steak shapes. Close to, at least. And there's only a circle, like a separated circle on the ground. Like, it wasn't in contact with the door, and you'd have thought a shaped charge would have done that. You can see that the circle of smoke on the floor is, like, again, a perfect ring as well. So it wasn't a directed blast, either. You can see that there is a piece of string, and, like, the remains of a pin to the side of the wall. Like a little bit of a glint. The device's origins are not normal. It looks like it was triggered like a normal explosive was, but whatever went off wasn't. It was not like normal modern technology.
Alright.
It definitely took time, it definitely took care, and it would presumably be some kind of weird shit.
Well, this is what I get for not being focused. Is everyone alright?
I'm fine. It was quite loud, but I don't think there's any permanent damage. Timothy?
Yes, just surprised it caught me so completely off guard.
This bodes ill. She wouldn't leave a booby trap like this. Not like a pin. She would use either sorcery or just.
And you did say that from my examination, the booby trap was kind of weird, right?
Oh yeah, it reeks of weird.
But is it more modern or is it kind of a mix?
I would say mix is a good way to put it. Like, the triggering mechanism is modern. It looks like how you would set up a claymore if you didn't want it to just go off someone walking. You know, like if you didn't want it image sensitive, like a claymore, like a pin in a string, that would fucking do the job. But like the scorch on the ground is weird. It should be a directional blast. There should be metal balls embedded in stuff. There wasn't. The door blew out strangely.
Okay, well, Zaire will relay all of that.
There you go.
Anyone
with a cult,
can I
make a roll.
I do have a cult. I don't want to do this, but I'm about to.
Yep, go for it.
Explode. I'm about to explode. I drink water all day to be hydrated.
Go for it.
And
Go.
I've started drinking spirits. I'm your back.
Go now. Save yourself.
Intercult?
Yep, intercult.
Almost an acceptance.
Oh, so close.
Almost.
I mean, you could burn willpower to throw some extra dice and try and make it exceptional.
I'm currently only at 2 dots of willpower because I had to spend one to make the duel.
Yeah.
So that's
All right. You aren't familiar with the exact construction. It doesn't sound like any magic that you guys use, and it doesn't sound like mage magic as much as you can tell about it at the very least, because a mage wouldn't just decide to, I don't know, from the sounds of it, cram a bunch of magic shit in a claymore and then see if it works. Like, like its construction is too. It's almost like a slapdash construction, you would say.
Would I maybe be able to get something more if I also roll my own int weaponry?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Okay. From what you know, like this setup again. It sounds like modern gear. Going by Zaya's information, what you know of actual like magic and stuff, this sounds like someone has done like the ghetto magic equivalent of an IED.
Damn hedge
Okay.
mages.
That's racist.
It is not. Ghetto in that context doesn't mean what you're kind of implying. Thank you. Yeah, it's definitely someone's put this magic together on the cheap, and they don't mind what parts they're using. Let's put it that way.
All right, just straight occult.
Yep. You can also do an int weaponry to add to it, but I'm pretty sure Timothy's got all the information. If you get an exceptional success, though, you'll be able to pull some more out.
Occult, not int on top of it.
Int as well.
Oh, okay. Nope.
It's
Just
Go ahead.
sorry.
yeah, Tim's just going to relay the information. Stray, did you hear that?
No, I ran off to use the restroom.
Yeah, it's just some people have wireless headphones and.
Yeah.
Oh no. This is a corded headphone.
Okay.
Heck, you can relay the information to Claire in character then.
Right. This is a very cheap wizard, but it is a wizard. Or
Are we
it is
fucking
a-
dealing with Dresden?
someone who has magic of some sort. It's not kindred magic, not any kindred magic I recognize at least, and not, from what I've been taught, what we should expect from a proper mage, but it's close. And of course there are those modern elements to it. I would expect those to function less than optimally if a proper mage had been performing this.
Really quick sidebar. I've heard the Dresden Files is really good.
It's excellent.
I obviously have never been able to read it.
Stop
but
reading
I
it
did,
changes.
I did watch, and I don't know if it was good or not, but I did watch the TV series like a year ago. Just the one season they had.
Yeah.
The book series is much better than the
It
TV
is.
show.
There's an
Oh, okay.
incredible series of books. It does change, but I mean, if you like the change, then it's still fucking fantastic series. I still love all of them, and I will be reading them as they come out.
Well,
I say quit reading it changes, but
quit reading when, because I eventually was
book
planning
name.
on reading them.
at the book called Changes.
Oh, I thought you just said, never mind. Anyways, at the mention of like a wizard being involved, if it were possible, Claire's face would pale even more.
Somewhere far away, Rose just says, "Wizards don't exist."
It's probably in a conversation with Dimitri, like maybe they are using wizards.
Wizards don't exist.
It's just all right.
It is definitely like this. If this were the TV series that it is in my brain, there's currently like a side by side.
Like at this point, Rose is just like, all right, I'm with you as far as the werewolf thing, just barely, but don't you start yanking my chain about wizards. Come on.
It's like wizards don't exist.
Next, you'll be saying Frankenstein exists, and that there's demons and angels and spirits of my coffee table.
and fairies and shit.
There are,
It's like you.
there would be Prometheans and beasts and geists,
that was
sin eaters, and
Frankenstein.
just changelings.
She's like wizards don't.
She would totally get the Sin
Ah.
Eaters.
She'd
Oh
be
yeah,
like,
no,
"Wizards-"
you're right. Yeah, she'd be down the clan with the sin eater.
She'd be like, wizards don't exist, and then a perfect cut to like the improvised explosions, the pin getting cut out, and then just like a magical explosion with the door coming out.
That literally tried to stake you guys.
It literally tried to stake us.
All right, so Claire will carefully walk in the room, trying not to do any more, set off any more traps if she can, and we'll try to see if the bed looks slept in. Try to look around. So, wits composure.
Wits composure
Or
for looking, and yes,
investigation.
wits investigation if you would like to do that. If you guys
Resident
want to
also
Scooby, if you
has-
want to Scooby do it.
Yeah, because I was about to say. Resident also asked the question.
Yeah.
Do I get any advantage because I've been here before?
I was going to say, yes, you have been here before, so you'll be able to get this advantage, but, I mean, if you don't, clear 3 successes, that means you're probably going to get,
Well,
the advantage score of being like, this doesn't match with what you knew before.
I'm
But,
asking if the advantage was something I put in modifiers.
It is, it's, you get 2 extra dice.
Okie dokie.
But, the information you get... Okay, so
It's a good thing I had those 2 extra dice.
actually happened in the investigation portion, but... Because I get to see which dice rolled which results. Hooray. In this case, your successes aren't relevant to your knowledge of the house, it's just what you happen to figure out, and it's going to be the same information-ish that Timothy has. Or at least you'll be able to corroborate each other.
Okie dokie.
The bedroom is largely untouched, actually is a good way to put it. This explosion, rocked the fucking door out, but there's no damage to the elegantly appointed bed. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Claire. There is no damage to, desks and chairs, any of that shit.
Did you want me to describe her bed or the room?
Yes, please do.
Okay. The room is mostly decked out in hues of warm hues browns and earthy tones. There's quite a bit of Egyptian, well, I wouldn't say memorabilia, but artifacts and things that seem to be important. And there's a lot of the symbol of the scarab, set on a set in the front of a sun. Her bed itself is looks quite expensive with crazy count linens and stuff like that, but it matches the general tone of the room. Basically, when you walk in, it looks well furbished, but it furbished. What?
I think it's furbished.
Both.
Furbished?
Honestly,
Okay.
furnished is the furnishings, and furbishing is the construction and all that shit. Essentially both
yes.
at once.
Yeah, it's Egyptian cotton, you might say.
Egyptian cotton.
Yeah, but it also feels, oddly very old the way that she's put it. It's almost like walking into a catacomb or tomb.
Very nice. She probably had a couple of books here and there. They pointedly aren't there, but that's because they happen to be in Miss Claire's possession right now.
I assume we've turned a light on or a torch or some sort of thing, right?
Claire will hiss in pain if you do that without warning her.
No, we would have had to have done that already by now. Otherwise, those of us that don't have acute senses automatically wouldn't be able to see anything.
Yeah.
You can always see in the dark, can't you? Or can you only see the ghost in the darkness, right?
Well, basically,
I have to spend a vitae to do that,
okay,
which
all
is
right.
what I was about to do.
Sweet.
It's just I wanted to turn the light off so I could have a chance of seeing ghosts.
basically, vampires have low light vision, but not dark vision.
Yeah. There is
And
a
I
note
spent one of
that, yes, blackout shades are still down, so there is no natural light filtering into this room.
Yeah. And I spent a point on acute senses, so I would be able to.
Okay.
I had to spend literally half my points on blood potency. Okay, I had no
Yeah.
choice about.
Yep. I mean, it's a really cool late game choice, though. It's a great choice to make now, and then just be awesome later.
Yeah, Eventually, I can literally teleport from one shadow to another.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking sweet.
It's D&D as fuck.
I'm not gonna get those powers.
No,
I'll
you're
just
gonna
either-
get fucking swole and then more swole.
Yeah,
Neither am I.
I'm just gonna be really good at CQ seeing people.
And I'm gonna be really good at not exploding.
That would be a very useful trait to have right now.
I mean, that door wishes it
Yeah.
had that trait.
Yeah. But I do not have enough experience to actually get another dot in order to cool. That needs it's 4 per experience, I think, and so I need 12 experience to actually get my next dot. Well, 12 beats to get my next dot, I should say.
Yeah, I'm gonna say not 12 experience. That's that. I'm almost certain that's too much.
Yeah, no. It's 4 beats per experience, and I only have what?
You've gotten a beat per session,
7.
and yeah.
Yeah, I have 7. Yeah, I'm not sure if I put it on my character sheet though. I have it in the Google Doc.
Well, right now we're in session 6, and I know for a fact that you have done a score and a plus. So right now you have 7. At the end of this, you'll have at least 8.
Yeah.
The magic, because this fucking happens in so many games, I'm not only tracking the experience that gets given out, I'm tracking how much everyone gets.
Yay!
'Cause
I'm also
fucking
tracking,
somebody had to.
Although my knowledge should be considered apocryphal, considering that I drink.
Yeah, very true.
Anyways,
Alright then. So Timothy asks
you
y'all to leave so he can do some darkness shit.
Claire can stay. She can see in perfect darkness as well. Zaire has to go back to the car.
or just stand in the darkness.
Zaire has his shades. He was born in the darkness.
even in like low light, he has shades so he can't see, but it's super cool.
All he has to do is lift up his shades, and suddenly he can see. He has night vision.
I had night vision all along.
Glasses at night.
Yeah.
It just reminds me of the beginning of Deus Ex, the first game, where why are you wearing sunglasses at night? Well, I have augmented eyes. It's fine.
It's completely fine.
This is great. Everything is fine.
All right, so what do Tim's vampire eyes see?
Okay then. Let's see here. Blah 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 blah. Da, 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 da. You can see invisible and incorporeal entities. Great. You can't. You. Okay. It's probably a weird sensation because this isn't a thing that you've seen before, which you're starting to find that you're experiencing a lot of new things recently. You don't know why. You've been a vampire for fuck ever, but you keep seeing new things. It's an exciting time to be unlive.
Horrible.
You see that there is a... How best to describe it? It's... I mean, okay, you're looking at a human. But you're looking at a human who is curled up in the fetal position and with his hands over his eyes. He is not a ghost. You look at him, and you can see him clear as day, like you could any ghost. But you're almost 100% certain you're not looking at a ghost.
Can we both see that, or is that just him?
Just him.
Huh.
Let's unbelt the rapier, and with it still in the sheath, try to poke him. Let's see if he's just using an invisibility spell.
Okay then. You poke him. And, like, your rapier pokes something, like, obvious. Like, it indents, it pushes in, as if you were to poke someone. Claire, you see Timothy poke the nothing. This figure in front of you, Timothy, it shuffles and it moves, but if anything, like, its hands clamp on even harder to its face to block out any chance of looking up or seeing anything.
Can I see, like, the sword, actually start to depress? Like, well,
It's
not
in its
depress, but
sheath, so I'm pretty sure it's not being pushed hard enough to bend even a little bit.
Not
Also,
like
it's a
bend, but you
rapier.
can.
It's
Yeah.
pretty hard to bend.
Well, I'm not saying like the weapon itself, but when someone's pushing forward, you can obviously see when they make contact with something. Can I notice
no, you
that?
can't. You can't see that.
Alright.
It's not obvious.
Right.
Like, I guess you could see that Timothy is applying pressure, but also he's not. I take it you aren't really fucking jamming this in. It's not like he's applying a lot of pressure.
No, this is really just a little tap. Are you a solid object?
It's a solid object, that's for sure, and it like scrunches itself up even more. You detect that there are like a bunch of there's writing across the backs of his hands, and you can see that there's writing on the sides of his head. I should describe this person, I guess, fully. You imagine when stood upright, he's probably about 5'10", short brown hair. Facial features are currently obscured by the hands with writing on them. He looks like he might have facial hair under there, but he's been recently shaved, like at least down to the chin, and that there is writing across the side of his cheeks and going up towards his ears.
Scowl, can I give you a hypothesis and then roll back? And then roll int occult to get any views on it?
Sure.
So he's got writing on his hands and across the sides of his head, and he's pressing his hands against his head. Is that possibly forming some sort of magic circle that is casting an invisibility spell?
That is a very good question. I will say that it is a particularly good theory because it's also true.
I haven't even made the roll yet.
Yeah, but I mean, if you, El Normo person, can put those pieces together, I'm going to imagine that you, with an occult score at all, can also. I'm not going to make you roll for something that mundane. You figured that out immediately. I'm not going to make you dice at it because that would be bad.
Also, with all this weirdness going on, Claire's gonna lash out with beast hackles. And the question is going to be, is there, anyone here that means to do me harm?
No.
Well, I haven't rolled yet. You have to roll for that.
Okay.
Yeah, he might choose to take a beat on a dramatic failure.
No. Yeah. Okay. I'd like to take a. No, never mind. You do not detect bullshit.
The reason, one of the reasons I'm using this is that the discipline can also pierce obfuscate.
Yep,
So
even
if
then,
someone-
this... Okay, so, out of character-wise, you can't see this guy, you don't know he's there. It's entirely possible he doesn't know you're there, he can't wish you ill, so...
Well, on top of that, I kind of forgot that my character had powers, and I should have done this earlier, but I didn't.
It's okay. Nothing right now wishes you ill.
Claire, Zaire, we appear to have a little invisible mage here.
A mage?
In a second, you see where I'm poking with my rapier? There is an
Zaire.
invisible man there.
Zaire will nod, look to the spot, and then kind of turn his head. Is he the one who sets up the claymore?
Did he set you up the bomb?
We may find that out. Zaire, I'm going to give you some instructions that will get you in a good place. That when I try to make him visible, you should be able to just grab him before he does anything. All right?
All right,
Yeah.
I will be ready.
From then, Timothy, when you say this out loud, the invisible figure there, his hands still very hard pressed against his face, speaks in a muffled fashion. I'll try and make it audible for you guys still. No, wait, please don't. It's bad idea.
The
Wait,
invisible man finds his voice.
Can everybody hear that?
Yep.
Turns out that circle he's completing with his hands isn't only for the invisibility spell. If he breaks the circle, he explodes.
It's one of those situations.
That would be awesome and cruel.
Claire is going to leap back and instead use uncanny perception and ask, is this person a supernatural creature? And if I have seen them before, what is it?
You can't see them right now. You
But
can't perceive them. You heard a voice. It didn't sound. I mean, it sound. I mean, you've heard humans speak before, even through their hands, maybe.
I like how that's a maybe.
You never know. It's not common that people will have a conversation with you with their hands.
No, this is true. Focuses on a single victim. If I don't know where they are, never mind.
Yeah, you can't see him, so you can't perceive him. He's literally unperceivable right now.
Well, never mind then.
You could possibly throw pocket sand on him and get an outline.
Pocket sand!
The greatest sand.
It's pretty useful sand if it's in the pocket.
Yeah.
I highly doubt Claire's
Why
can't
don't
carry around
you-
pockets.
Why don't you tell me why that's a bad idea? Because I'm not in the habit of just taking things as written from men hiding behind bombs.
Let's put it this way. You can see the writing you showed on my hand when I take it, Mr. Voice.
I only heard you see the hand. What? Maybe my headphones are shitty.
I can understand him.
Yeah.
Well, there's also writing on the insides of my hand as well, and those don't want to see the light.
So that's why you sound like you were talking through your hand.
That's a very good assessment, Mr. Third Voice.
It's
Who are you?
completely
What-
dark in here.
Completely dark. You know what? I don't really want to take that risk right now. I'm sure you can understand.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
My name is Mark.
Sorry, just thinking of Mac from Always Sunny. That'd be great.
And I was an apprentice.
An apprentice to whom and for what?
A wizard for helping him do his wizard things. And, you know what? Turns out that if you see a bunch of people do stuff you shouldn't see them do, they kind of set you up in a horrible trap and wait for you to eventually slip and die.
Sounds like a wizard.
That's
But
it.
here,
I mean, that wasn't in the job description when I took it on.
in this place, why are you here?
Because I was here while the wizard was doing work, and then I saw the hunters carrying her away, which I shouldn't have seen happen, and now they were like, you know what, he's seen too much, so you should just obviously put him in a hellish trap instead of just get her over with and shoot him in the face.
Was she
Oh.
dead or alive?
I mean, she looked dead, but, so I'm gonna go with, she probably looks dead usually.
If she just looked dead, then she's alive. If she was dead,
Yes.
she'd
Oh,
look like
wonderful.
a desiccated skeleton.
Okay, great.
This wizard, what was her name?
Her name? No, my boss is an asshole. And it's a he.
Oh, right. Sorry, I misheard. I thought you said that the wizard he worked for was a she.
I don't think I did.
Eh.
Regardless. Yeah, no, that would be, old Miss Gregor. Mr. Gregor is not what I would say the kindliest employer, but, he paid well until, this.
You came to this place and took someone away?
Well, no, I wasn't brought here to take someone away. I shouldn't have seen them being taken away. We were here to set some traps to kill some vampires. And, apprentices help mages put their mage... You know what, I don't have to explain that part to you guys. I'm sure you can figure it out. You can see me, and I'm invisible. I'm gonna assume you're kind of in the up and up.
Yeah, I mean, I assume we are on the up and up. Slide over and whisper to Claire, "What is on the up and up?"
It means that he thinks that we know about supernatural things.
Ah,
on the up and up means, you know about something or you're in the group.
I am glad you actually give answers. Normally, Rose just makes a joke at me.
I'm a teacher. It's in my job description.
Ah, Zaire kind of eye sparkle, and then he does like the little arrow points at you, and then he slides back over.
Excellent. Excellent. So yes, that's the information that he gives you.
Where did you say you were brought here by a wizard to take someone away with hunters? Where do you know where they would have taken this person?
No, I don't know. Hell, I shouldn't have seen her being taken away in the first place. We were meant to turn up, after they already did that or something.
As your master's apprentice, where is this wizard located?
An RV.
Squint. Can
Probably
I
for
use,
moments exactly like this, come to think of it.
Can I use intelligence occult to see what's going on with? Well, to try to think of what's going on with this guy.
You can do an intelligence occult, but I don't know what information I can give you because you can't see him.
Yeah, but hands clasped to face. Apparently, he's got runes written all over him. I think that was portrayed.
Yep.
Maybe find out something from random books I've read.
You'll give it a go. You're going to be looking
Yeah.
for an exceptional success to get anything more than he's probably
Crit
completing
fishing.
a circle. Yeah, you're going to be crit fishing right now.
Nope.
Tell you
What's
what, actually,
going on
how
in
do
this
you,
thread?
how do you feel? Like
You should take a
Do
beat.
you want to take a beat?
Sure.
Okay. You are 100% convinced that there's no way that there's no such thing as a spell that is activated by being exposed, to the open. That sounds like utter bullshit to you, and you should totally just yank this bastard apart.
I can't see that guy.
Yeah, you can't do it, but you're pretty sure that this guy is telling you bullshit and there's no magic that can do that. Sure, invisibility is a thing, and sure, completing a circle is also a pretty valid assumption right there. But the other stuff he's saying sounds like horseshit, and also, why would a wizard be in an RV?
I've never heard of such a thing. And since when do magi slum it in RVs?
Look, I don't know what to tell you, lady, but that's what's up. That's the situation. And you know what? Not a big fan of it myself.
Zaire will kind of poke her on the shoulder and go, "What is wrong with RVs?
What?
What is wrong with RVs? I sleep in my van.
Oh,
An
I thought
RV
you
is
said-
just a bigger van."
I thought you said Iris, and I was very confused. Wizards tend to generally have, I wouldn't say standards, but are usually a bit too arrogant to slum it in an RV. They consider themselves the upper echelon of the kind.
Zaire will kind of pout and go, "I assure you, there is nothing more noble than RV."
You're like a noble vagabond.
To be quite fair, though, if that trap was the extent of the wizard's knowledge, he's not exactly the most traditional wizard.
No, you're pretty sure that's bullshit, Claire.
Yep. I totally call him bullshit on this. The fuck are you talking about? Who would even do that? What's wrong with you?
Rapid fire bullshit call.
Yep.
Claire is convinced this guy is just an idiot.
It's pretty valid way to go about that.
An idiot laying on the ground in her girlfriend's chambers.
Yep. So what you gonna do now?
Invisible idiots are the worst.
They are. I don't know. An idiot that you can see and hear is arguably way worse. Like you could be an idiot in private. Go right ahead.
He very clearly isn't giving us the information we want and is just lying to us otherwise. Zaire, throw him out the window.
I cannot see him. How am I supposed to throw what I cannot see?
Timothy,
Don't throw him out the window. That would be a complete waste.
Of a perfectly good window.
Zaire is going to stand over at the corner real quick and have a little mini existential crisis about how he can't throw what he can't see.
You can touch it though.
You can touch it. That's the point.
This is something to come closer to a conclusion. Zaire will hold himself back from the temptation just to throw him for the sake of throwing him.
Now,
Are you gonna try to grab at the guy to throw him?
No, Zaire will behave.
now, boy, what's your name?
I already told you. Mac.
I wasn't. Mac. That's not a real name.
Mac is a real name, asshole.
You know, let's make this clear here. I'm pretty much the only one against throwing you out a window because apparently we can. So let me have my foibles about thinking names should be proper names and not Mac. You wear a Mac. You don't go around calling yourself Mac.
You don't spell that kind of Mac shit. You know what, never mind. You know what? This is all stupid. You're literally talking to someone who is just gonna die the next time he looks away from his goddamn face.
Out of character, what's a Mac that you wear?
A Macintosh.
Really?
It's a type of raincoat.
It's basically an inferior PC. That's all you need to know.
That's all I was thinking. Is just you're wearing a computer? Why would you?
Like, it's a type of raincoat.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wait, what?
It's a fucking British coat.
Oh,
okay.
They're usually ones that are like thin plastic, and that's just it. Just a waterproof.
Like a poncho?
Yeah, a poncho, but with sleeves and buttons.
Yeah.
Or is
those are just called Macs.
Okay.
I did not know that. Now I know that.
Neither did I.
The Macintosh is named after its Scottish inventor, Charles Macintosh.
Okay.
Now I know.
See, I'm looking up Macintosh, and I'm not getting like the plastic shit.
Are you spelling it with a K or not?
With the K.
I'm gonna refill my drink.
Oh, that's
I
posh.
guess stuff like that.
That is posh as fuck. No, obviously these people were never poor school kids.
Oh wow, look at that.
Anyway, yeah, he repeats that, he's pretty sure he's a dead man, and as soon as he gets tired of holding his hands to his goddamn face.
Look, Mac. We've already demonstrated we can see, but when you're invisible, we may actually be able to help.
Well, that's the first piece of good news I've heard in a straight goddamned day.
You've only been here for a day? Or...
Yes. Wait, you think someone could just sit upright with their hands on their face for, multiple days or some shit? I'm really trying hard not to fall asleep right now. If it weren't for the fact that there was an explosion very recently, I'd be dozing off.
Well, Claire, I suppose that you didn't actually tell us about the problem too late. Fortune has conspired to make it an actual problem exactly when you told us about it. But yes, now, can you give any more details about the sort of spell that is going to consume you when you remove your hands?
Okay then. Sadly, just an apprentice, and some roles were done in the background by the storyteller, and it turns out that I'm not very fucking good at this. I don't know what it is, honestly. It's like there's another seal that's been written down on the inside of my hand that's matching up to a bit that's on my face, like right around the cheeks.
And he'll wiggle his hands, gently.
somewhere around here, and if that seal is broken, and, you know, I get exposed to any form of natural light at all, then it's just gonna fucking explode and kill me.
You know, I wanted to
Natural light.
Yeah, but also I'm just gonna put it out there. Once the seal is broken, it doesn't unbreak, and I'm not staying in this bedroom for the rest of my fucking life.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. You can just live like the rest of us.
You
I
guys at
almost-
least get to see the moon, right?
Oh, that level of extreme. Oh, that's just cruel, that is.
Yes, literally, I'm pretty sure that there were blackout shades, and you know what? I actually have been considering this over and over again. Should I just move my hands? But I can't remember if they're there.
They are. They won't be if you get thrown out the window, though.
Understandably, but again, the whole talking dead man situation. I'm sorry that I'm being snappy. I'm also very, very tired from sitting here with my hands on my face all day.
I was going to complain about him breaking meta, but he is a mage. That's kind of what he does.
Yeah. Professional meta breaker.
Breaks the meta of reality.
These hunters, what did they look like?
I don't know, like Victorian leathers, that kind of cool shit.
These hunters more like these nuts.
Yeah.
Did you hear them say any names or locations?
Nope.
All you saw was them. All you got to see was them, and now your bosses believe you deserve to be killed for it?
Not bosses, boss, and I mean, they paid quite well to have me, you know, just dealt with, and apparently this is what the old boss decided. A horrible, terrible magical experiment.
Your betters seem to have a very poor grasp of employee contract and sustainability. Even if what you say is true, which it is not.
Look, it's true, and you know what? I would love to crack wise with you, but again, tired of this shit.
The blackout curtains are closed, right?
Yes.
Whatever you believe, the blackout curtains are closed. No light, no natural light can get in here.
And then he opens his hands, and it only takes the smallest slither.
Yeah, no, again, that's fine and all, but the seal cannot unbreak itself. The moment I move my hands, I just have to stay in this absolute pitch blackness until I have to eventually get exposed to light and die. That's not really the kind of way I want to live.
Basically, its hands are
You know,
nothing.
if there is one place in the entire world that you might be able to find a book that would help even a lowly apprentice fix that, it would be the house of a prominent member of... Yeah. Timothy will nod at Claire. Will not actually say the name, just in case this guy doesn't know names of covenants.
Prominent who?
Don't worry about it.
Oh no, that's not creepy at all. And no, I mean, that would be great, but I'm pretty sure there were no books in here when I came in.
You came in after the books were missing.
Yes.
Poor guy.
I mean, even if it wasn't, even before or after, it wouldn't matter. It's not like I can fucking look at them and read, can I?
You could if you know. This whole house has blackout curtains, doesn't it, Claire?
No, Timothy. It's once he removes his hands, he can't like put them back on. Even then, if natural light touches him, he's just done.
He stays inside the house using the artificial lights until he can find out some way to remove it. At least that's the ideal situation.
Yeah, wonderful in theory, but incredibly unlikely to succeed. But you know what? It's better than fuck all. If you can make that happen, I will. I don't have it. You know what? I said I would help you, but I don't have info for you. I don't know. I don't know how to help.
You really don't have anything. This wasn't just you trying to play your cards right.
Look, let's put it this way. What are the odds of me getting away with lying to you about shit just to try and last a little bit longer and read some magic books and maybe figure out how to undo the trap that I have triggered on myself?
Better than the odds of you not trying to do that.
I'm very tired.
Describe your master to me.
Sure, that I can do. He's about just shy of 5 feet, kind of a short bloke, grey hair. It's gone a little bit white at the sides, green eyes. He's got one of those faces where you just can't grow a beard for shit.
Aw.
So yeah, perpetually stubbly, but yeah, he just looks like an old dude with green eyes, craggy features. Must be somewhere around like late 60s.
Sorry, furious typing in the background.
Typing, eh?
Well, yeah, notes.
I'm kidding.
Yes. Do you know? Wait. So he's already described to us the hunters. Have I forget? Did we ask him if he was if he knows like when they were contracted? If he knows anything about that? What they were contracted to do?
When you ask him, all he knows is that he was coming in to assist his master, who does this shit for a living, like does freelance magic essentially, and he's just his apprentice. So he was essentially just contracted to come and do this thing.
Basically, we have a dumbass greenhorn, is what you're saying.
Yeah, he's probably not been at it long, especially since he, like, again, I rolled to see how much magic he actually knew. He knows, like, fuck all.
Well,
he's still at, like, coffee boy status as far as magical apprentices are concerned.
Explains why it was so easy to.
Yeah, and he was more. He was worth more as a magical experiment to his master than he was, just as a continued employee.
So the first chance they got.
Yep.
Well, with that knowledge in hand, Claire's going to leave the room and call Antoinette.
Alright then. Antoinette doesn't take long to get a hold of. She picks up on the second ring and asks what the issue is. Have you made contact again?
We have journeyed to Aurera's house and found complications, and then she's going to describe that Zaire did talk about how weird the grenade blast was, right?
Right.
Yep.
Alright, so gonna describe all of that and describe the dude who's laying on the ground and is obviously lying to me about some bullshit magic thing. And apparently, a wizard was hired by some hunters to carry Aurora away.
No, the wizard was hired to make traps. The hunters carried
Oh,
Aurora
the
away.
wizard was. Oh, okay.
They weren't supposed to see the vampire being carried away. That's kind of why he's in this predicament.
Oh, okay. I get you now. So yeah, we'll describe that.
Yep.
That is why
I didn't want to RP through it because that's a lot of information to go through.
It is, yeah. It's just a recounting of. If this were the beginning of next session, maybe I'd make you do it because that would be a good way to catch up. But we just covered it. So she takes the information on board and ponders and mulls it through for a few moments. I take it you also reveal that you did get the books back at the very least.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been one of the first things she mentioned. Not only did we get the books back, but a excess on top of that. And while she's not too interested in a reward, the pleasure of finding knowledge is reward enough. Her compatriots would expect something of it for helping in this endeavor, and perhaps a bonus for all the extra things that they got.
So I'm going to mention this now, because I've been slowly dying. But I'm not sure how much longer I can stay up, because I am very low on sleep right now.
That's fine. We'll go for... Let's see here. How long are we actually going? Well, we've been going for 2.5 hours. We'll say like another 20 or so minutes.
Case.
And we'll get this wrapped
Okey-dokey.
up so that we can jump into the next session with the quote-unquote assault on the church.
I hate being the one to cut it short, but I'm so sleepy.
It's fine. I mean, you should also blame Third for being late.
Yeah, I thought we started at 8 o'clock.
It's okay. Don't worry about it, really.
This
It
is like the
just gives
day
me
I got
time
to
to
sleep
put
in.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It gives me time to actually put a map in place for St. Mary's Church. And, like, think that one through a little bit extra time. Should be nice.
Because
And
we're
maybe
technically
and
early.
sneak in a bunch of extra Nicolas Cages. Okay.
That's what really the extra time went from.
Yeah. I've got to get all the Nicolas Cages in if possible. Yeah, she says that she will look into a reward based on how good those findings are, and will insist that you bring them to the Elysium at your earliest convenience. She is, as you would expect, incredibly concerned about Aurera's missingness, because no, Aurera and the Mistress got along pretty well, all things considered. Like, you know, they were mental equals. At least there was a measure of respect and a smidgen of camaraderie. Neither of them tried particularly hard, mind you, but there was at least something to it. So yeah, she does seem worried that Aurera's missing, but she says that if she was carried out in the still state, unless they decided that they just want to do horrible torture, it's entirely possible she's still alive. Like so far, if anything, also that's it worryingly doesn't match up, because the hunters you've come across before, you know, like they've killed them on sight essentially, or at least it seemed to be killings. So she's as you would expect, concerned about that. She hopes that they aren't going to try and get knowledge out of her, because they will fail.
Yep. And did their manner or dress of the guy described match up with the ones we've hunted so far?
Yeah,
Like,
they've all got that bloodborne look to them.
All right. I don't think there's any more information that I should do, but this is the second time I've gone in a tabletop section. I've forgotten like a really important thing. I can't remember anything else.
I'll assume that if there was something else, because if that is the case, I've forgotten it, that we'll retcon and say that you did mention it, because that would be important at the time. Nothing comes to mind that you've skipped out on.
All right, so that's going to be it for Claire. Other than that, she's going to try to hunt around for, more evidence of who these people are. The expended casing, so it doesn't look like it's been shot. That kind of thing. Trying to Sherlock Holmes role. Probably would that be intelligence investigation or wits?
Yes. However, you already did an intelligence investigation when you came in.
Of that room. Now just hunting around the rest of the house. Yeah.
Yeah, go for
it. She is entirely, uninterested in this person.
Yeah, he seems like kind of an asshole, right? Just telling obvious
Yeah,
lies.
he's
And
dumb.
the others seem to be going along with this shit as well.
Yeah, he's a dumb liar, and she doesn't want to listen to it anymore.
Yep.
Wow, that's a lot of successes.
We're so
so close, just cusping, just gently tickling the prostate of a critical success.
Right? Do I find anything further or no?
I'm gonna say no. If anything, all it does is continue to compound the fact that people were pretty careful in the most recent day or so to make it look like this place hasn't been fucked around with.
The prostate of life has been tickled. Back off.
Yeah, that would have all of this stuff, the phone call and the investigation would probably taken a while, so that's it for me.
Okie dokie. Is there anything then that you do with Mr. Invisible Man? He does not want to take his hands from his face, as you would expect. I believe that character has submitted all the information he has, although you're welcome to try and ask other questions.
Yeah, I don't have anything else for him.
Okay then, you are now faced with the conundrum that this man knows way too fucking much.
Yeah, well, I'm also probably going to call my boss. It seems like a good idea. Also, she's the one with damage control teams who can just come and scoop him up and
Yep.
do that without making a scene.
That sounds fair. We won't bother roleplaying that again, because recap of facts. She will, confirm this is weird shit. But it sounds like you're getting at least close to figuring it out, and hopes that you'll get to the bottom of the rest of this soon. She will send a sweeper over. Although she does sound vaguely intrigued that there is someone with a weird, I guess, an invisibility / death kill trap set to him.
Oh yeah, she will have mentioned that and how.
No,
she,
would you have? Because you thought that was stupid
like,
magical lying bullshit, right?
Would she have actually said? Nah, she probably wouldn't. She probably wouldn't have bothered telling her about the lies that he's spewing. The filthy lies.
Exactly. You wouldn't
She'll just say,
willingly tell your mistress what you've been told as misinformation that you know is bullshit.
I just know that there's, some dumbass invisible apprentice lying to me.
Yeah, exactly.
All she will mention is that he's invisible and he's a lying prick.
Alright, cool. That's fun. It might come back later. In fact, it'll have to come back later. I'm not going to let a dramatic failure go unchecked. It'll come back later in some way and it'll be funny. Okay, excellent.
Basically, it comes back later, and then, Antoinette totally knows what it is, and she just gives Claire in the back of the head. Whap!
You idiot. It was valuable research wasted.
You're the worst at being sworn to the dying light.
Supposed to preserve knowledge, not destroy it. You are the chosen one.
Oh man, I feel bad. This entire session is pretty much left third out in the cold.
Third had the amazing Dimitri hour, and the time will come again.
No, that's fine. I got awesome werewolf stuff.
All right.
And he wants to take your bowling.
Oh my fucking god. I'm already too close to going to bed.
I had just managed to get that fucking song out of my head, you bastard.
You'll go and get the bleeder burger.
I was Nico that whole time.
Yeah.
Come, Rose, let us go see big American titties.
The fucking fan song of that went around for a couple years ago.
These mammary attractions. Yeah, it was done by Miracle of Sound. They're fantastic.
I do love Miracle of Sound, but goddamn, I also like Melody Sheep.
Yep.
Anyway,
okay. So you're going to be able to get yourselves all set up. Do you return the Aurea's books to her home, or do you hang on to them for now?
She's gonna hang on to them because, it seems that this place has already been breached.
Okie dokie. Alright. You'll return to the van, presumably. And Zaire's probably excited to get on to Rose's place.
Zaire's kind of bouncing in his seat.
The question is, do you bring the others? Because she did text just you with her home address.
I like how we just left that guy to explode.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
He knew too much. Fuck him.
Zaire is too busy thinking of that.
Put him in the custody of the bartender.
Yeah.
Which is pretty much a giant fuck you.
Did we actually do that? Because if oh wait, no, she thinks he's lying. Never mind. She wouldn't try to preserve any of the artifacts. He's just a dumbass lying on the ground.
Yep.
All right, never mind.
You're not going to be preserving any knowledge this evening.
Nope. The worst at my bloodline.
The worst at this knowledge preserving bullshit.
Hey, but you got a beat.
You did get a beat.
Since we get another experience at the end of the session, I will end with 9 beats, which is draws me closer to actually being able to put a fucking point into my next Order Dracul thing, which is something I actually need.
You mean 1 experience and 4 beats?
4 beats is an experience, right? And I need 3 more beats to make. It's 5? Damn.
Yes.
I thought it was 4. Never mind.
Alright, so yeah, Zaire, are you going to take everyone, or are you just going to say that it was just you that Rose asked for?
Well, I'm going to mention that Rose, and she did text me her home address. She probably does not want to be sharing.
Does she simply
Technically,
want...
She just said an address.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Oh. Well, did she just say, meet me here?
Yeah, meet me here. She sent it to just Zaire.
Well, if she just sent... so Zaire is asking... What exactly is he asking?
Do you all want to come along, or do you wish for me to drop you off somewhere?
I wouldn't mind coming along, but we should probably stop by the Elysium. Does Rose want all of our help, or just you?
She seems to only want me.
A lot of people only want Zaire.
In that case, I would very much like to be dropped off at the Elysium on your way to wherever she lives.
Yes, I as well, I think.
Assuming she doesn't live in the upper side where we are.
Alright. Zaire will put it over to the Elysium, drop them off. What about your Timothy's ghoul?
Welcome back.
We'd left him in the van.
Yep.
Yes. Let's actually leave him at the edge of the danger zone. Make sure I've got his phone number and tell him to get home.
Yeah, he says, I'm pretty sure I can find home. And he sort of stumbles away, like pupils dilated like fucking dinner plates. Just another stoner in the middle of the danger zone.
Danger zone! Danger zone!
Also depends on what kind of stoner he is. Because, like, if he's tweaking out, then, that shit's a little weird, but, weed stoner, he just have this, like, beatific? How do you say that?
It's, I guess it's sort of it's a
face.
throw down somewhere in between the two of them, because it's supposed to essentially stone you out, but it's also mind altering and makes you open to like suggestions and all sorts of shit. So it's, I don't know, it's like if ecstasy also got you just way dopey.
I was literally just about to say, so if it was like if you dropped ecstasy but also did like a couple of edibles beforehand.
Yes, that's a probably a good mix actually. That's about what you're looking at.
I have taken ecstasy before. The only advice I got before doing it was my friend telling me never have sex on ecstasy because it will never measure up while you're sober. So don't do it.
This will ruin boning for you forever.
I mean,
That's
ecstasy,
easy. You just have to take ecstasy every time you want to have sex.
Yeah, that sounds
Nothing
fine to
can
me.
go wrong.
Yeah.
Well, listen, ecstasy was when, I was wearing my favorite shirt at the time because it's like a super comfortable shirt, which I'm wearing right now, and it felt amazing. Basically, everything feels amazing, and everything's like, I have never rocked out as hard to my favorite songs as I have on ecstasy, man. It's been crazy.
Yeah, but now is that shirt never going to be the same?
Oh, pretty much. But well, basically, I was on ecstasy when I told my friend who was talking to me at the time. I was like, "Yeah, man, this is my favorite shirt in the world. It's like being in a cabin at the woods watching the snow fall alone, so I can drink my whiskey."
Beautiful.
I was told, I was told this afterwards, but yeah, ecstasy is fun. Just coming down on it is really rough.
Fair enough.
Anyways,
Well, I'm going to bed because
Alrighty.
I'm dead right now on my feet. I will take care of the EXP and stuff at a later date.
All right.
Good night.
Sweet dreamies.
Good night.
Take her easy, DCL.
Oh, I started going.
We shall get close to wrap up on the rest of y'all then, and we'll do experience and shit. You successfully reached the Elysium with your additionals, I suppose. Dita doesn't have to get rid of his girl because she now lives with him, apparently.
Can we divvy up loot and just put in chat what DCL got for rewards from all we got? Or do you want to do that next session?
I will get it to you before the next session instead, so you can put it in sheets and all of that stuff at your leisure. Because it's like giving you guys monetary rewards isn't really worth anything to you. It's neat that your characters can get rich and you will have the equivalent of a money reward, like you'll get cash that you can spend as characters, but more importantly, you're probably after something equipment based instead. So I have to make sure that it's worth it, but not like broken levels of magic.
Yeah, so not like gaining an entire resource point.
Yeah, no, that's it's steep right there.
Yeah.
So I do have to put a bunch of thought into it because I'm not sure what a good reward's going to be. I know that I was going to think of it
Rewards
before.
and like vampire things are like favors and
It
stuff like
Yeah.
that.
tends to be instead that you can call someone in. I would like to give you guys objects. If I can't find anything that suits, then it's almost going to be certain that it's like, well, then you get a token of favor. You can
Yeah.
chip that bitch in or use it to make someone else do what you want. Like, you see this token I got? Yeah. You don't want me to fucking use it to deal with you, do you? And they'd be like, oh no.
It's not
And,
as easy
you know-
as for like other D&D things. Like for 40k, if you guys roll like a nat 1 twice in a row for loot, you get like presence glasses, which are basically cool shades but give you predator vision.
Sweet.
Yeah, but I'm guessing in World of Darkness it's mostly like social favors, because there isn't exactly like a bunch of crazy magical trinkets that you can pull up on an SRD.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of stuff is just like we are pursuing our own goals and stuff. So
Yeah.
the reward is like doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I specifically said that like Claire didn't really, especially because it goes with her like Agonistes. You really shouldn't, the reward is, getting the sacred, and ancient knowledge, not exactly, anything
Yeah.
else other than like going and trying to find like what are they called, a worm den, which is the Order Dracul word for like fonts of magical power in the world.
Yeah, don't worry. I've actually just thought of some rewardy shit, so that should be good.
All right, so that's pretty much everything that I had. I can't think of anything else because the next part is going to be third and DCL getting bros to help us assault the church, right? Something like that.
Yes, you're going
And
to
some
get
violent
the werewolf,
ghosts.
some werewolf
Yeah.
brothers, and some ghosties.
It's the ultimate bro times with third and DCL. It's gonna be great.
I can't wait. It's gonna be fucking sweet. Ah, you want to
gotta-
set up
you gotta
another
make-
set of puzzles?
You gotta make one of the werewolves like a total Californian dude, bro. You have to make him one of the disgusting ones from Southern California. It's gonna be great.
You should totally read up on Werewolf the Forsaken too. Or
I intend to. I've thankfully got 2 weeks to do so.
Oh man, so sad. It's gonna be like 2 weeks from now, but it's gonna be all the better for the wait.
It is. It's just the cost of time. And this is just in general been a fucking shit month for time. Like, goddamn.
Yeah. You were talking about it the other day. All the crazy shit
finished.
you have to do for work,
I finished it. Oh, I finished the
and
worst
then
of it.
right after this, you get to go play Deus Ex. So,
That's right. After I make a bunch of coffee, because it's an all-nighter today, which is going to be a pain.
are you gonna stream it? I'll hop in.
Probably not, no.
All right.
Not for first playthrough, at least.
Alrighty then.
Fair enough.
Okay.
But goddamn, getting back into the Old Republic, fuck, I never get it. I only got one good drop out of like the 9 boxes I've opened so far. It's fucking terrible.
Now these are the dangers of my streams, you see. You'll be like, that game looks fun. I'm gonna do that. And then it just destroys you.
I'm gonna play this game again. It's already bad enough that pretty much everyone in Fenco is back into World of Warcraft, and I can't do that again.
It's only
I
it's only bad because I don't fucking shut up about it and it's not interesting.
I used to be huge into WoW. I played that for like I played it from vanilla up until the end of Kata before Pandas came out, and I can't do it again, bro.
Yeah,
I played in vanilla and every expansion. I always went
Have
back. Yeah.
Wow.
And
well, the thing is,
I have not been tempted to go back in this one.
No,
Huh.
it's hearing them in the lead up to it's like it's coming out now, and it's just what you're doing is just grind runs. That's so boring.
And I kind of got pissed because my main was a lock, and they really, really nerfed the Aphel locks in like towards the end of Cataclysm. I was just like, you know what, Pandas are coming out, and they nerfed like the one main character I play, so I'm out.
Yeah. Okay. We're still on stream.
I've
so
always
let's,
been a demonology warlock.
Yeah.
So
Really?
We'll do a
I
wild
love
talk in a
demons.
minute.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
we'll wrap up our aspirations and beats and all that shit. and then we'll
yeah, we
then
probably
we
shouldn't
talk
do that
well
like
to
that.
our yeah. It's like we're on stream. I've got valuable screen time, and I'd rather people than have to skip to the end to find out how experience goes down.
Well, I actually want to.
Well, they don't really need to know.
They don't really need to know. No, it's true, but it feels like a nice thing to include.
I do want to ask though, because I never really played Demonology. It was either Destruction for PvP or Affliction for PvE. But anyways, I think I get 2 beats for this session, right? It's not whole experiences you get for session, right?
Correct. It's a beat that you get. So, okay, first of all, Lily, you get end of session beat.
And that's it.
I believe that is it. You haven't done the church. You haven't done Touchstone. Haven't figured out why hunters hate you yet. You are granted,
If I didn't
by the
get
way,
stopped,
a
if I didn't
bonus
get
beat.
stopped by Dimitri, I would have gone to see my touchstone. Like that's what I was gonna go to.
No! I've got blocked you again.
Oh no.
Yes, you get a bonus beat as part of the reward for books and shit being recovered as your rewards all given out.
Wait, another bonus beat? So 3 beats
Whoa,
for
whoa,
me?
whoa.
'Cause-
Starting,
wait,
I'm
what?
starting with Lily. I'm going from one by one.
Okay, sorry.
So, end of story beat, and you get an extra beat for books being recovered. DCO we won't worry about. He gets the end of session 1 as his bonus. Mers, finding a climb worthy of siring.
I was gonna make some progress on that, but
You know what? I'm gonna preemptively,
time.
but I'm gonna preemptively put the plus in now because you're gonna be doing puzzles, and maybe you'll even do them in character if you think of some. But I'll leave that to you. Make that your decision. So don't forget it. Stop a vampire, not yet. Eliminate the priest behind this, quote unquote, not yet. Stray, find your book was already done. Walk in the sun without exploding, no. Find your girlfriend, that will get a plus beat because you know possibly where she is, or at least you can posit where it's at. Meet your
Wait,
touchstone.
do I get a beat for that, or that
not,
thing gets 1 beat in it?
It's got an extra beat in it for when it scores.
Oh, okay, yeah. So beats for this session, I get 3, right?
You get 1 for the dramatic fail, you get 1 for completing the session, and you get 1 for the books. I believe that's all 3 of them that you get.
Yeah, I'm at 10 beats now.
Actually, wait, you get 1 more because you've opted. I'm saying you're getting 1 more because you've opted out of actually receiving a physical reward, and pleased to your character in that the getting the knowledge is the joy itself. Like you play to your character and have literally turned down a reward. So I'm giving you an extra beat because the others are getting something.
Yeah, because when you're doing all that, like rewards and stuff like that, Claire will pretty much outright refuse anything from her sire.
Yeah, well, no, her sire knows better than to offer because she should also know that it's what jills your bean.
It's literally your job. You don't get paid extra because you did your job.
Yeah. No, in this case, you've refused you've refused a bonus playing to your character. Like,
okay.
So yeah, you got extra beat for that one.
Woo, 11. Only need 4 more beats, and I can get another dot in Order Dracul, and I can do Bless Your Life all damn day.
Yeah.
Woo. It's fine. It's fine. She's got enough money, and again, that's like her literal concept is Eldritch Researcher. She doesn't really care about like crazy monetary gain.
Yep. All right then.
It's her.
That is the session done. Thank you very much for watching. If you're watching the stream or the VOD, blah blah blah, great, wonderful, have a wonderful fucking time, and I hope that you guys had fun as well.
Oh yeah, it was really tight. Thanks, bro.
You're
was
very
awesome.
Very entertaining.
I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I felt bad that it was, like broken into like sort of 2 things happening at different times. But...
I mean that happens.
No, it was really cool. I really liked the roses thing that was going on. That was pretty fucking tight.
Dimitri is awesome. I like Dimitri.
Yeah, and also Thirds RP, fucking stellar. Good job, bro.
Yeah.
Woo.
But there is just something so amazingly charming about how much of a flat earth atheist Rose is, even as a...
Right? I love it so much. Fucking bueno.
Well, you gotta think about it. Like, how many of these things could actually be real? Surely
Right.
some of them have to be fucking hoaxes.
Yeah.
No, I totally follow Rose's logic. X is real, but it's the same thing of thinking werewolves is real as thinking unicorns are real. Just because vampires are real doesn't mean that like
Everything
elves are
is
real or
wrong.
anything
Yeah.
like that.
Exactly.
Yeah. It totally makes sense, which is why I love it
It's
so
awesome.
much.
I just like that all these other people who they basically come into the game knowing that this extra shit exists. They're like, of course it exists, but that they haven't had to make the same logic leap that Rose is now being forced to try and make. It's wonderful.
And the journey is indeed wonderful.
It's great. It's gonna be interesting seeing the fucking Rose Zaire comedy show going on.
Oh, that's gonna be so
I-
much fun.
I also like the Claire Zaire comedy show. It's funny as hell.
Yes. In fact, all the comedy shows. In fact, I think anything plus the Zaire comedy show is great because Timothy Lee is like, I do see him as like the detective who's tired of this shit, but he's still determined to try.
Well, Timothy is the straight man in all
Yes,
this. It's
yeah.
great.
Yeah, he's absolutely the straight.
Well, and that's like the most important dude in comedy because the joke wouldn't work if there wasn't a straight man to be like, "Wow, what? You guys are retarded."
Yeah, no, there's nothing funny about a clown hitting a clown with a pie. There's everything funny about watching a man with a mallet kill a clown, though.
Yeah, that's why one of the few things I was allowed to watch when I was younger was like Bud Abbott and Lou Costello, and Lou Costello was my favorite. No, but Bud Abbott. I mean,
Who's
straight
on
man.
first?
Oh yeah, I love that thing. My favorite one was